Hello, universe. I'm sorry, I know I'm late. Happy day of the week to ya. Stream save. Stream save, stream save, stream save. So we had like a really... Oh yeah, I gotta remove these. I was playing my achievement save a little bit earlier when I was hanging out with a friend who I don't get to see super often. I saw that we had something really catastrophic happen on Novice. So we got 2 uranium fuel cells and have effectively run out of power for our uranium plants. Which is really funny and not stupid at all. I was given advice that I should have done it earlier in the chain. Absolutely should have. On the other hand, we have successfully cleared out a good chunk of our excess uranium-238, so that's something. So the process for making these fuel cells is uranium-235, 238, and iron plate. So my thought process is, just looking at this immediately, is maybe we want to expand this out and have a few of these centrifuges doing Culver-X enrichment with quality. And then maybe we take the excess of that and trade it up? Maybe not. I mean, the issue is like... So when this outputs... It outputs slightly more than you put in. Which means it should just output like a crap load of quality ones, right? Am I crazy? The one downside of that is that I really want a buffer of these. I'm going to make it so that... Hopefully we have enough power so that Novice doesn't turn off. Where am I? Am I Novice? No, I'm on Fulgora. How's Gleba doing? Gleba's fine. Gleba's my firstborn. It's doing just fine. I guess technically Volcanus was my firstborn, but who's counting? Where are the rocket turrets? No pieces of a rocket turret yet. What's holding us back exactly? I guess we don't get too many uncommons through the shoot. Oh, got some rare apparently. That's nice. How many of these have we made? 17. So we're at least making a little bit of progress. It's just not the quickest. I could ship most of these materials over, sans the carbon fiber. Currently, I'm not making carbon fiber with any quality, but it could be a good idea too. I think we only need one rocket turret, so I'm not stressing this as much as I am stressing the Novice side of things. I think that's something we need to build basically immediately. Okay. Did we use up all the uranium? We haven't mined uranium. Okay, that's why everything broke. At one point, this sulfuric acid line got broken by probably something I placed. No sulfuric acid coming through here. No sulfuric acid. It's all still connected. It's all connected. The numbers, what does it mean? Have I just stopped producing sulfuric acid? Looks like the pipes are still going. Heck, I lost the pipes. Okay, so this is a dead pipe, and this pipe was initially used with sulfuric acid. These were lubricant pipes, so where did the sulfuric acid... Ah, the sulfuric acid came from up. I guess. Okay, well, I'm going to plug the sulfuric acid back in. I'm hoping we don't need the sulfuric acid over here. It doesn't look like we do. I think it's just a relic of an old era. Maybe a few pipes got like mixed and that's why this happened. Explains why we had the issue where we just ran out though. I didn't think that would naturally happen, or at least not at the speed that it did. Okay, so now that we have sulfuric acid, are we mining sulfuric acid again? Or mining uranium? We are. Okay, cool. So we just had no sulfuric acid for a while, which is not the best. Quality uranium, would that actually be worth grabbing is the question of the day, and the answer is one that I don't really have right now. We use quality uranium to produce quality uranium-235. .7% chance to put out the 235. So with quality, it's going to be even rarer. It's just going to be a lot of quality 238. Although I guess once you... I think the best bet is to just do it in the centrifuge, right? Because like, unless I'm crazy, the moment that you start getting quality stuff, you could just keep upcycling it forever. Like once you have legendary uranium, you should never run out because of how Covarex works. It'll never go down a stage. So assuming that you can do Covarex enrichment with quality, then it is just like the no-brainer, best possible decision. We're a little bit tight on space here because of where I opted to put the coal, so I'd like to move the coal if I can. I'd like to have the Covarex right over here. If we can afford to have the Covarex over here, of course. Whoops, probably should turn that to be the right direction. Whoops, I keep doing the delete instead of copy. I don't know why. Why are you facing that way? What are you being a gooby for? There we go. Okay, so now we have a little bit more space. I'd like to get rid of this cable. It doesn't look like it's necessary. So I want to copy at least parts of what we have going on here. If I can. That just only requests uranium-235, but this should only off-put as long as it's enough to run the system. So what I really need is the wiring, this wiring here. This is basically what I need. I'm gonna just put it here. This should be the general concept of what we need at least. And then I can kind of edit it from there. I don't know, I was gonna say, I don't think we actually have a centrifuge available, so let's quickly get that building down for him. You really just become like an omniscient thing in the sky at one point. You know what? That might have been an important poll, looking at the base. That might have been one that we needed to to keep around, as it were. Whoops. Here, we'll make this into centrifuges. Put some quality 3s in here, assuming we have some here. Then we'll have our chest. Copy that bad boy over. We'll just make it so I can make like a handful of stacks, I guess. Centrifuge just changes crafting speed. I'm sure it's a pretty significant upgrade though. Can you check it in this page? No, it doesn't look like you can pin it or anything. Centrifuge. It gets pretty significant over time. We're not doing any science at all. We should probably fix that. Physical projectile damage is 64,000. It's just the numbers are so big. I remember being stressed about that. Steel plate productivity may as well. That one's pretty inexpensive still. Then mining productivity. Just have something running. Dang, centrifuges are actually really expensive, huh? Do I have two different programmable speakers set up? Is that why? Holy moly, I do. I just deconstruct this one. This one clearly wasn't the one I used. Cool. Cool. So it looks like we're very quickly backing up again, thankfully. We're not gonna have the base shut down or anything. But what I would like to do is take some of the... What the heck is this? Ah, I see. That outputs the fancy schmancy ones. So I'd like to do a little of this action. Guess those can say it's blue belts. can't believe I didn't think about this earlier. I guess sometimes you really just need to have like a fresh look at things to get an idea of. You can't use quality modules. Okay, never mind. I was kind of like glazing how good of an idea it was. Damn, rough. They thought ahead. They got us. Can uranium processing use it? No. Kovarex can't either. Nuclear fuel can. Okay, well, on the other hand, I could do processing with the recipe for higher quality stuff. And if we deliberately output the right stuff, it'll be nice. I mean, once you get enough uranium-235 and 238 rare, you will like just be able to cycle it. You just can't use that process. Find those legendary fuel cells? We are. Unfortunately, I accidentally blew up my whole reserve, and I don't want Novice to turn off, so I'm trying to think about how I want to do it. The only big pain I can see right now, or part of the big pain, is like processing the quality is going to be a bit annoying. I think I have an okay solution for it, though. I think maybe I'll do quality processing down here. We'll mine the quality ore. We'll set up like an upcycling that we did before for the ore itself. So we'll just keep breaking down the ore. I wonder if it'd be better to break down the ore or break down the, whatever that gets called. The uranium-235. Because if we break down the ore, if we keep upcycling the ore, I mean, the ore is really abundant. I'm going to just take this down for now. This isn't necessary. It's going to turn off the base again, though, so I should probably plug that bad boy back in. Okay. So, we cannot use quality modules. That's like rule number one. No quality modules. Don't want to use speed modules either. We do want to use productivity modules. Reason being, these are going to be few and far between, but we only want to process them, I guess, when they're legendary. Alternatively, I can process them into epic and scale them up, but I don't see why I would scale up anything but the ore at this point. I guess it depends on what the fuel cells break into. What do the fuel cells break into? They just break into themselves. I think generally if you can find stuff that recycles its craft ingredients, a good place to cycle, since you can use quality to both craft and recycle phase. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too. If the fuel cell would break down in 235 and 238, I think it'd be the play. But being that it breaks down into literally nothing but itself, same with the uranium-235. So it's really just the ore. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. So I'm going to try to really just craft it when it becomes the biggest thing and then set up recyclers in the meantime. I don't want recyclers in there. We can run quality on recyclers, which is really nice. We're really tight on space here. Maybe I'll do it up here instead. Down here it'd be so convenient though. I don't really want to build it on my rails though. Man, we're tight on space here. Let me think. The issue is that like legendary ore is not going to be that common, judging by what I've seen in Fulgorus so far. I mean, we've got a small chunk of them, and every time we roll it, we're going to still have to roll for our uranium-235. Now, there's another thing where we could be taking bait here, technically, because the fuel cell recipe... It only takes one. Okay, we only need one. But the Kovarex enrichment takes like 40 or something, right? It's 40 of them. So either A, we can get 6 of them, we can get 6 of them and then upgrade them into uranium fuel cells and then just be done. But if we get 40, we can make infinite of the fancy schmancy ones. Granted, we won't make infinite of the lower tier ones either. But I think my primary goal right now is just the minimum. But if we want to do the factory further, it'd be smarter to get more. I don't know. Okay, anyways, where we're at now. I need to get all of the stuff off this belt. I really wish this coal belt was not going through here. It's super unfortunate that it cuts right through there. I think the easiest place to get off is right here, ironically, or unironically. So let's do, what the heck are they called? Splitter. We'll do a few splitters here. And we'll just have it so that they can all input here somehow. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna have them going yet. Ooh, actually, that's kind of like ultra clever. I think I figured out a nice design for this. I really didn't want that to be set up yet, but that's fine. I'll fix it later. And then something like this. I'm going to have it just be output priority left, and then we'll filter for normal quality, we'll go left, and we'll just have the non-normal quality come out here. And that should be a very simple, and frankly, fairly eloquent solution to what we wanted. Then we could just have the uranium spit out like it did before of the normal path, and then it just goes right back into the normal path. Perfect. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. So we'll start putting quality modules in it. And I'll specifically upcycle the uncommons and greater. Maybe that's kind of like a bad way to start, and I should just start doing like all the excess we have. I'm hoping we have enough quality modules for this. I'm thinking we don't. We do not. Who makes quality modules? Fulgora? I think I'm on Fulgora, aren't I? I am. I'm going to do it so that the Apollo has a request for quality modules, which we do have. Oh, we're just going to shoot those down because we're above novice right now. Hopefully I didn't want those. I should have done the inductor anyways, but hopefully that's not too necessary there. All right, so I know that we were doing good here. The gun turrets and stuff were kind of schmoving and grooving. Let's go back and look at the novice build because I think this is important. We're going to need to do the little silly trick we did before as well. Once these quality modules get down, we're going to start seeing quality on the belts. And to not break, assuming we use stack inserters again, I guess we don't necessarily have to do. No, I think we do because they'll get stuck otherwise. And we don't have to use stack inserters, but we can use the same logic that we used in the other ones, which I thought was really clever, so I just want an excuse to do it again, I guess. And we'll do stack offloading here as well. So it was wire, and then what was it? Read contents and then set filter, I think it was. Let me check the Fulgora ones. They're so cool. I really, really like them. Set filter, read contents, perfect. So that looks like what I want here. It should function pretty similarly. I can just copy paste it to have the wiring be the same. Boom. So that sees nothing, it drops nothing. It's working perfectly. This way it'll just pull out like what it can, drop what it can, and the relevant stuff will go where it needs to. Let me just delete this belt for now. I guess technically I can get rid of one of these as well. Wonderful. Now I'm going to have this extra lane go up and then come across here. And now we have all of the quality stuff coming through here, and we can set up getting rid of it. I don't know how quickly we'll recycle quality stuff. I really feel like this is not enough space. I should just do it here and suck it up. Honestly, just doing it down here might not be a bad idea either. Or up here. I think I'm gonna just do it down here. It's a bit of a trip, but I don't mind. It's free real estate, not much is going on down here. It's still like close to the nuclear power plant itself. Plus, I haven't had any angel hair in a while, and I think it's probably about time. Do not love how close those are. Let me fix that if I can. I'm pretty excited. There's something I got commissioned for the stream like an extremely long time ago. Like well over a year and a half ago, and it was supposed to be done in like 4 months, and it was not done in 4 months. However, it appears that it's finally reaching its culmination, which is cool because it means I can hopefully potentially... Actually, you know, that's probably fine to leave like that. Hopefully, potentially I can show it off sometime soon. I'm excited about it, though. I don't know how much longer it'll be, but hopefully not too much longer. So what cycling did I did before? Did I do before? Not did I did before. So we're going to want things to come through. We don't want to cycle anything that's legendary. I guess we can probably look at the novice design for this one. So item comes through. Goes into recyclers. What are these checking for? Legendary. Okay, beforehand, these are never going to check for anything. But now we want these to check. We don't want them to crunch legendary. So on the off chance we mine a legendary, we want these to not do legendary. So I guess a good way to do it is just quality less than legendary. We should start seeing quality pop through here sooner than later. Obviously, it's kind of based on how quickly this processes. We can obviously speed up the stuff here because these are some default speed modules. At minimum, we can give them better speed modules. Let's get some power down here as well. So they come through here, they get processed. Am I dumb? Is this not just like the easiest thing ever? There's no quality modules in these. That should probably be improved post-hastily. It looks like it's extraordinarily fast. Before processing anymore, I'm going to fix that. Have this come back through here, goes up here, goes back through here, bam. It just tries to go through this until it eventually works. And then we have a grabby hand here that wants equal to legendary rather than less than legendary. Then equal than legendary, puts it in a box, and bada bing, bada boom, we're good. I imagine it's that simple. No speed modules, just like going outside, looking at the trees. Right outside Roboport range. Oh no, I didn't even realize it was slightly outside of it. You're so right. That's just an excuse to expand our Roboports out. Like, our coverage has been shoddy and it shows. We'll fix that right up. It's not lighting up, but it's a ghost. Maybe it'll still catch it. It looks like it catches the edge, but I can't tell if that's coping or not. Okay, it does. Perfect. Okay, and then the legendary ore goes into here. 99% of the time, it'll spit out a 238. Sometimes it'll spit out normal stuff. Now, what's the downside of putting normal stuff here? There isn't one other than overflowing it. Clearly, we don't produce, like, enough of it. I will definitely deplete it a little bit faster. I'm gonna just do it. I was thinking that it'd be a problem, but to be honest, like, our fuel cells are plenty healthy. Like this, not this one. Yeah, this one was completely empty. No, it's just fine. I was concerned we were gonna run out of power, but we're certainly not. I would like to put an input priority though of right. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. This way, anything that's quality that comes from over there, that gets the input priority. I'm also going to put an input priority of right again here, so that the quality stuff will get cycled through quicker. This is extremely fast to the point where it can't actually keep up, so we're just going to upgrade these into stackies. This is awesome. This is dramatically quicker than I thought it would output stuff. I think we have more stackies at least. Okay, why doesn't this work? Because the contents cannot output. How do I rectify this? I could set up more recyclers. I don't think that really rectifies my problem. I feel like I bumped into this before too. I thought the input priority would help. Clearly doesn't help enough. Maybe it's because it's stack inserters that it's not super thrilled with it. I think it might be like depending on what lane Belt's taking from. That's a good point. But maybe setting up doubles on the belt would make it better. Because this is building up now too. I like how many uncommon ones we've already got going through the hoop. This is good. But this is backing up. All right, let's move this a little bit. Quality is so confusing. What if we do a little bit of this action? And we'll put this like on the belt, like here. Actually, I guess here would be more appropriate. You know what I could do too, actually? I actually have an idea, maybe. I don't know if I could do it. I could set up wiring so that, like, when this belt is too full, this one stops activating. Read belt contents, hold all belts. Enable, disable, uranium. I don't think it can check for every kind, though. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I guess I could set up 4 different ones that turn off on their own. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be fine. Hey, maybe the stack inserters here are a bad idea and we should just use bulkies. I'm seeing now that some of them are acting kind of wacky. Could also try to put them on both sides of the belt. That's probably a pretty good idea. So far, it's looking a lot cleaner. I shouldn't have spoke. Should not have spoke. Have learned my lesson from the speaking that I was doing previously. Have identified that I should not have spoke. Have learned and hope to grow from this experience. Be so nice if I had a way to just be like, hey, don't turn on that lane. Maybe an inserter is the solution. As wacky as it sounds, an inserter will make sure that only one lane is ever bloated. Maybe that could be enough to make it work. I mean, at that point, too, I could just have it, like, go in a single side, so I don't know why an inserter would be, like, the key. Yeah, steel pipe productivity. I'm nice to see that, I should say. It's kind of working. Nothing else is not turning off. Also seems a lot slower though. Yeah, because mainly it's just pulling unquality stuff. Although they should be getting some quality when they loop back around, right? Maybe not on both sides would be fine just to belt it in like before. Well, I'll give it a shot. Could also be we just need more of them to balance out how much comes through. I absolutely hate that these aren't symmetrical. And I'm now realizing it. I see a few green ones coming through. Hopefully the stacky can grab them. That's what I've been looking at this whole time. Think it grabbed it? Or is this a blue stack? This is a green stack and this is a blue stack. That's why this one's not running. Once they get green ones in their hand though, they stop like going because we don't make enough green, I guess. So I think I need to downgrade these to bulk. Unless there's some way to use like the filter logic. Does that work if I just do like what's on the belt in front of it? Okay, it works like that. So it'll look at whatever's there, and then if there's no more there, it won't do it, I guess. Except it would include legendary. That's a good point. Maybe we don't do that. Or we could hit the double Gambo and see if we can upgrade our legendaries into super legendary. Surprised this belt is still wired to nothing. Maybe you can fix it your splitter. That's a good call. I like that. That's a way better idea. We'll just whoops. I like the idea of keeping the whole system running with that. And we'll output priority rights, filter, legendary, boom. There we go. Oh, it's a purple one down there even. Love to see him. Okay, cool. So let's do that wiring that we had before. I feel like this could break somehow, but I really like this conceptually. So read belt contents, it's going to just hold here. Read belt contents, hold, and hold, and we'll have set filters. It kind of works. I really want them to be able to get this purple one though at one point. It looks like with the speed they're going at, oh yeah, no, this is great. This is perfect. Oh my god, the filter is so useful. Holy moly, it looks way fancier than it had. We already got legendary ones too? All right, we're cooking. I mean, we're gonna need a lot of them admittedly, but that's great news. Fantastic. Cool. That should help the dream a lot. This looks so cool. I'm so glad you taught me this whip. It's so nice, the set filter by the reading the contents. Okay. Cool. So this looks like it's more than sufficient. It could be because this belt is kind of gunked. Also might not be. Surprised that the train hasn't picked up more. Hopefully we're not having issues mining. I guess it's just kind of slow now because the quality modules. No biggie though. I'm super happy to see some here anymore. Are you gonna leave on your own? Nope. So we're gonna have to set a condition for you. I did consider that this would be a problem. We don't want to sit here just waiting effectively forever. So we're just gonna give it a time passed condition. How long has it been here already is the question. How about 60 seconds? I mean, 30 seconds is probably fine. To be honest, it'll load so fast. That way it's not sitting here forever. It can still mine and stuff in the meantime. But we won't have to worry about it. I love our mining productivity. It's almost 100%. That's what we're working on right now, and that'll be 100%. It'll be so nice just getting 2 for each one. Really getting what we can out of the planet. Okay, so this requires, I think it's 10 uranium to do a roll. So it will take a while, but this is good. And the important thing is that we're inputting the quality ones more often. And they spit out, and if they happen to be legendary, they go up there and they don't get regunked through. There's a big influx of stuff, so we can kind of see how well it does now when everything's running. And it looks like it's doing just fine. As long as it identifies there's no more uncommon here, so stop doing it, it's perfect, which it totally does now. Man, I love that. Watching this is very satisfying. I have noticed that purple generally like comes to the end and sits there for a little bit. Which is not the end of the world, but it's interesting to see. It should not be possible for legendary to get through. All right, so we already have 2 of them. Great. I say only have 2. We're going to need quite a bit. So mathematically, every time we run the recipe, it's like, what, a 1% chance? So we'll need 1,000 uranium ore on average to see one that we want. Unfortunately, you can't run quality in uranium processing. Otherwise, it'd be really, really easy, and I don't know why you can't. It's very strange to me. Oh, no, you can run quality. I didn't think you could run quality in uranium processing. I swear I just checked that. I guess it's just Covarex you can't run it in. Cool. Why do you not have any uranium? This was a consequence of an old design. That's what happened here. So I think, what do we want to do here? Do I want to run quality here is the question. I have this going where our ore is being processed. We've got up to 3 now. We're not clearly getting that much. I mean, we can look at how much we produce. It's better. It's going to get better over time just because everything's actually running now. You know, if we look at our production tab, we're making 1 per minute, 0.5 per minute. So it'll be quite a few minutes. At this point, many hours to hit our goal. Granted, we could roll it early, we could roll it late, could take much longer or much shorter. We'll have to really see how it runs in the system for a while before it really spits out. I could put quality in here. I think I'm gonna, maybe, I don't know. Let me think the positives and negatives. Positives, getting quality uranium 235 early from this would be really, really nice. The odds are extremely low and this doesn't process all that quickly. Negatives, I'm going to have a crap load of excess quality uranium 238, and we're already like backing up on it again, basically. No, maybe we're not backing up on it again. Our power is definitely backing up. Yeah, that belt was not looking too good, but now it's looking fine. Wait, quality gone with the splitter where? Oh, this splitter. I see. Right, so this splitter is being profoundly silly. That makes more sense. Whoa, that looks so trippy. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing this. Quality got me acting out. I think one of the best things that we can do is to take another uranium mine. I don't know why it's so trippy looking. It's freaking me out. Okay, so I can just set up splitters. If I set up one here that then belts downwards and then connects here, it should be fine. I just don't want to have it so this main belt connects back into that, really. Now that this goes to die down here, this should be the same effect. If I grab another uranium mine, which I don't think we have one in our walls, or we just claimed one recently. Nah, there's like 2 uranium ores. I guess there's a third one down here. They're so far away. We have cleared out this area. We could very easily pincer off here and just take it. We have plenty of ore in the mine, but the issue is that it's just a little bit slow. And by a little bit, I mean, it's really not that bad. I think I need to put a condition for the other train to move as well. Oh, there it is. I think I'm going to change it so that it's also just waits for some time to pass. Okay, you need to be set up with the conditions that we have set up. Set filters. There we go. I was like, you're loading way slower than you have any right to. There we go. I was gonna say 30 seconds should be plenty of time to empty out these boxes. Cool. We'll just follow the path, make sure it's good. You're just chilling. Boom. Arrives. Drops off. Empties dramatically quicker. Oh, this is an and condition as well. We want to make that ore. Boom. All right, that looks messed up. I should really change that, but I kind of like it now. How are we doing over here? Can we have at least 5? 5 is the number I was looking for. So here's what I'm thinking. Did you see the new Spyro trailer? I didn't see the new Spyro trailer, but someone told me they announced a new Spyro, and that made me feel really happy. That made the dopamine receptors fire off. Did you see it? Does it look good? I love me some Spyro the Dragon. I should play through the... I know they remade it. I only played Spyro 1 when I was a kid. I never played the other ones. But I should play through the other ones at some point. Okay, so we're producing it at an okay pace. Like, it's not amazing, but it's okay. And it's better than we were doing before. We need in total 6. Actually, wait, no. Wait. Am I being dumb as bricks? What's the recipe for this? This outputs 10? So I only need 1 uranium fuel cell 235? I thought I needed 10 of them. Oh my god, I did this the dumbest possible way the first time. That's rough. Live and learn on that one. I thought that we needed 10 uranium 235s to start the process. Turns out, no, you apparently do not. So, this being said, to be a little bit more chill than I was hoping. Change the recipe on this bad boy into... Is there no... Oh, is that in a crafting machine instead? Really? I guess it must be. Yeah, it is. I remember it. Okay, I should have definitely upgraded these into fancier crafting machines and put quality in them. I didn't, and that was a real blunder. These are still probably processing on occasion, which is nice. If these ever spit out quality ones. All right, so we want to put this down here, and then we'll change the recipe to the legendary version of the uranium fuel cells. If this spits out 10, boom, this recipe's done. This is a lot more bearable than I thought it was. I mean, it literally is 1/10 of what I had expected to need. We 8 total for Spidey. I believe that's the case, because it should be 2 of the backpack thingies. 2 portable fission reactors. Each one takes 4, so we need 8 in total. So this is, we literally just need to roll a single uranium 235. Again, it's low odds for it, so it's gonna take some time, but this is good. I think that I'm confident enough with this to say that it'll probably happen eventually. Now, if we get unlucky, there will be too much uranium 238, so I do need to have a condition to solve that at some point, but right now I don't think it's too necessary. I'm going to copy this and then put it down here and change the condition to, I guess it's just 10, because if this ever hits the 10, like this is just going to make 10 at once. So either this will get it, which I doubt this one will at this point, but it might, or it'll hit the other one. Forgot that I was doing this. Allow me to put this back into the system, then chop this off, and then boom. At least the entire base isn't going to turn off anymore. Whoops. Saved it just in time. The bot was swinging by. Cool. Cool. So we now have 8 of them available. Honestly, I'm going to just start putting them in the machine. I don't really see a reason to not. It's going to take a while. If we roll the 238, we'll be feeling good. We'll need iron plate legendary over there as well, but I think it's only 10 of them for the recipe, or 20 of them. Let me see. Which we can easily send home. That's like not even a problem. 10 legendary iron plates. I practically eat, sleep, and drink those. Those are abundant now. Cool, so we'll save these legendary plates for that, at least some of them. I am going to go making more turrets again. Looks like we have a bunch. That's the nice thing about this like quality setup is like every time I swing back, we just start looking a little bit nicer. A nice stack of the ones. I think that this is one of the most important upgrades for our ship right now, at least. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. I saw output full. Holy moly. Can I make a normal turret really quick? Of course I don't have this stuff on me. I mean, just look at the epic one versus the legendary one. That's like night and day. And the epic one's already huge, but this one's like Jiminy Christmas. That's awesome. Love that. Good news. Certainly going on the ship. Cool. Again, we're hitting the BOGO here. We're doing some of our goal of getting the cool Spidey. And we're getting Firefly suited up for the endgame win. So this is a win-win. I should have waited for a few more turrets to make. I don't know why I rushed. I don't know where we're going to put the legendary one yet. I'd like to get 2 legendary ones because it looks like it'd be a symmetrical thing at that point. That's good. Our science is keeping peaked. How do we do? Is it not the most beautiful thing you've seen in your life? Some say spooned. Others say I've been digging with a spoon my whole life to escape this prison. I gotta stop sitting like a croissant all the time. I've been really bad with that lately. I can't help it. I got a when I replaced my old chair for like my computer, I picked this one out because it has like a little bit of a wider seat so that I can like pull my legs up, and cause I sit like a weirdo. So it's nice, but I think it also encourages me to sit like there's something wrong with me. I'm gonna put the legendaries at the very front of the ship, actually. I'm gonna proudly display them. I'm gonna show space that I'm not scared of it. I love it. Oh my god. Look at the range. Like, there you go. There's the perspective. Normal one. Normal, legendary. It's like incredible. I'm really feeling myself right now. It's not a gun turret? It's a gun turret. Cool. Okay, cool. So our gun turret range is now dramatically improved. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 normal gun turrets left. I'd like to turn those into epic ones if we can. I'll admit I'm a little bit concerned about Gleba. I think it did a few more of these. Saved. We've at least rolled part of one of the recipes. Is it 4 of them that we would need? What's a rocket turret take? It's 4. Okay. A quarter of the way done is much better than I expected. Because this is really slow. How can I improve this? It looks like we're not gated anymore by rocket productivity, perhaps? Is that like slightly out of Roboport range? No. The Artemis is full of gunk again. Such a problem. Where are you above, Artemis? Just shoot down your science. Alright, so let's think. What was I looking up for? Right, Gleba. So clearly these are not an issue because you have 240 in here. They're in a normal chest, you're just not grabbing them. So let us look. Are these always running is, I guess, question 1. The answer is no. Why? No steel. Why is there no steel? We don't smelt it fast enough? We don't smelt it fast enough. We use up all of our steel. We have steel makers, but we don't process the steel fast enough. Speed module 3s would probably be nice here. Alternatively, it might make us so gunked by the power. I don't think so. I think we fixed the power. Yeah, no, we're at 50 out of 281 megawatts. Our peak was 67 megawatts, so I think we're okay for the moment. My concern would be that our iron wouldn't keep up, but being that the iron's just kind of sitting here, hopefully it'll still be fine. Being that this is the home of stack inserters, I should probably change these to stack inserters as well. Mine in productivity 10, giving us our whopping 100% productivity. I mean, actually, I don't know, is that 5% or 10% each one? Whoops. It's to let us saturate the belt a little bit more either way. Honestly, I just like stack inserters. They grew on me. I didn't dislike them or anything in the first place, but now I really like them. Right, this was beaconable. That was something that we pointed out before, and I forgot that I'd set this up with beacons in mind, and I'd never put beacons in it. This is going to eat a tremendous amount of power. Again, we are now, like, probably peaking. What are these spikes? Probably when the rocket's going off. Either way, this should be fine. I do not know if the iron will be able to keep up with this. So that was 10% more, so it is 110%. So we were over 100 before? I guess it just looked weird. I thought we were behind. Wait. There's still ore there. Whatever. Gleba's missing speed modules in one of the beacons. Do you have speed 2s? Nope. Cool. In that case, I will do a speed and efficiency. Oh yeah, you're home of efficiency modules, not speed modules, aren't you? The iron looks strained, but I think at least a part of it is just because the they're coming out stacked now and it's actually like being meaningfully used. hopefully the extra steel is enough to kind of tip the edge. I can start making deliveries of steel as well. Man, a kilo is so chill. I really like set up the initial stuff and then it just kind of works. It hasn't broken too many times. Although there's definitely improvements I could still be making, so I don't know. All right, let's think. So something we do need to set up sooner than later is fish breeding. It's gonna have to be soon, although I don't know exactly how soon. I'm kind of basing that on everything else, because again, I think once we breed the fish, I think its spoil time is quite long, actually. Let me see. I think the spoil time changes. So we have 5 hours and 14 minutes if it's legendary. I'm impressed with a kilo. A kilo is very fun though. Oh, good. Looks like our thing is backed up again. And again, every now and then we'll have a quality batch pop out. The quality batch comes down here, goes through the system. Nothing comes out. The end. I was joking. Literally, like nothing spit out. That entire batch of 10 just got destroyed. That's unlikely, but it happened. Okay, so we've spit out 1 uranium-238 so far. Again, we really want to see that 235. This is still going to take a while. I don't know how many hours, but this one setup is certainly not going to be quite enough for us. I could have sworn that train cars were bigger than this. I feel like they carry like nothing. I think getting a second train down... Can you copy a train? I feel like you can. I think getting a second uranium train could be good, but on the other hand, I don't think we're like getting enough uranium mine. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a good chunk of uranium in this one. Why isn't this one outputting? Oh, because I never can set this up with these. Duh. Well, I could have swore I did. Weird. Not positive. I think uranium line stack inserters might not be wired to all the chests. You would not only be absolutely correct, but really on the nose. Good call. I don't know how I messed it up. I could have sworn that I copy pasted them all. Yeah, like we're mining this so slow. There's not many more drills I can incorporate in this patch. There is this area up here I could certainly grab. I don't think it's gonna be that magnanimous of an improvement. These boxes are still full, but like these ones are barely getting anything. I think the best thing for the uranium processing would be to grab another one, which involves doing another train line. I guess we don't have to do another whole train line since this one already connects in, and just bring it over to there. So perhaps I'll work on that next. I'll have to bring the fences out there, which is a little bit annoying. Maybe I'll just try to defend it with like laser or something. I can increase artillery shell range and then everything will go horrible again. I'm joking, it's probably not a good idea. Processing unit productivity comes to mind. Scrap recycling productivity is also pretty nice. Railgun damage. I really don't know how important railgun damage is going to be. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save the game. I want to see... I don't think Firefly is going to be able to do it. I want to send Firefly out to a kilo and just see how it does. Again, I'm under no expectation that it can make it to a kilo, but I want to send it out and see how it does on the trip so I can see other things I need to improve. It might be able to make it to a kilo. I'm willing to bet it's not going to be able to. The Apollo has too much junk. Too much junk inside of its trunk. I think this is one of those we can lower the custom payload a little bit and it will rectify it. Oh, I hope it's not too far social saver. Your voice is lovely, Miko. I love listening to you talk. I'm gonna be honest with you, that is like a pretty tremendous confidence booster because I don't want to say I hate my voice, but I certainly don't. I sometimes have these crashing out sessions where I'm like, man, I wish I sounded better, but I appreciate that. That's extremely kind and very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the kindness. Oh, I forgot we have it fettering right now. Maybe I can make it to a kilo. Interesting predicament. Very interesting. I guess it's not a predicament at all. I really should have filtered these belts better with the ammo. That's something I'm regretting. It's something I should probably set up now. So I'm going to try and do the wiring for that. So I'm going to enable, disable. I put it at 1K. I guess 600 will be fine. How are these doing on rockets and stuff? Where are my rockets being made? Aren't they like here? I guess not. They're up here. Explosivos go through here. Then you just go out here. Cool, 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 cool. Yes, I very much appreciate what you said. It's very, very kind of you. Okay, we will read belt contents, hold all belts. Nope, that's not right. That won't work. So it looks like we're making it just fine. Like to the point where I'm almost tempted to see further. I mean, I saved before this with the expectation of failure, and it's not failing, I guess. I guess our slow pace makes it so it's just dramatically safer because we're not crunching nothing. All right, so let's read the content here. Enable, disable, and then we will look at this ammo type specifically. There's 1.5K over there. I'm gonna just set it on 1K. Definitely a pretty crazy amount of railgun ammo sitting on the belts right now. I guess technically I only really wanted to put it on that one, now that I'm thinking about this. Change the condition over there, so it'll enable, disable on the 1K, and then we'll just unwire these ones. I think that that's a better idea. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I like this belt. I didn't even realize how much I weaved that. We need to look at rockets next. I don't remember where the rockets go. Surely they're up here, right? They're right here. Okay. And we'll have the same thing. We'll wire these together, and then we will hold all belts, and then we will see how many rockets. I just don't want to make it so that nothing else can be put on the belt, if that makes sense. It has 2.4K rockets. That is a crazy amount of rockets. I'm going to set 1.5K. Cool. No. Pause thrust. Pause thrust. Pause thrust. Cool that you made it here. Glad that you can seemingly make it back home. How's your fuel doing? Honestly, pretty heckin' good. The calcite's looking really healthy. I'm going to... I don't know if I want to save or not. You know what? I'm going to save another one. I'm going to do stream backup here because I'm nervous that Firefly won't be able to make it back, and I don't want that. So I saved stream backup. I'm going to try and send Firefly out to the solar system's edge. I don't think it's going to succeed. But I am very curious to see what type of like issues we have. We might just be fine with our pace. We might be fine. It's a pretty big amount of distance, and it's going to get scary, but I just want to see the railguns do something really. What I'm most curious about is their piercing effects. We also might just be like way too slow. Like I'm seeing some ammo issues already. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Where's our huge ones? I guess they're not until a little bit further out. Love the range on the turrets, though. I'm proud of those legendary turrets. There's one. All right, so this is 5,000 health. I thought they only had 2,000. Boom. Devastating. All right, I'm super concerned because the amount of ammo we've already like expended. And it's not like the total amount of ammo, because I think we have a crazy amount in the belt. Granted, it is sushi'd. My primary concern looking at this is how much ammo we need to spend at once. Although, honestly, filtering how much time it takes, or like how slow we're going, might just be like a huge boon. Is that going to catch that one? Sure will. Oh, it's actually really satisfying. It's a shame it doesn't seem to pierce the other ones. I wonder if it's because I have ignoring unlisted targets. Or maybe just because that's the ones that are splitting from it. Looks like so far so good. Perhaps I should have set more lasers on the sides. The fact that this was struggling, first of all, I don't think we're going to succeed. I mean, if we succeed, cool, but I'm not expecting to. But the fact that we were struggling to go from like planet to planet and a few small adjustments was enough for us to get going again is quite nice. The calcite is looking phenomenal. Unfortunately, I don't think I ever set up a calcite off kunk. So that's actually going to be something we need to like improvise. Like on the spot, which is really awkward. Calcite, and we'll have it read all belts. We'll make it over, we'll say 250. 250 might actually be too excessive. We don't have any belts on here. We don't have any belts. We have no belts? Do we have any belts at all? Okay, that's fine. We don't need belts. Belts are a suggestion. We can work without belts. This gets yeeted off, so that'll be fine. What's that long-handed inserter for just under the oxide crusher? Oh, you know what? This was probably what was meant to be the calcite conquer later on. This is probably meant to get rid of ice and calcite, but I think I set up a separate ice one at one point. I did. I set up a whole separate ice one because I didn't realize that was there. That's totally what that was meant for. Great. In that case, I can just do this. The improvision isn't necessary anymore. Whoops, I should probably wire it back in though. We can probably use some of this stuff, so we will enable, disable, read, hold all belts. Calcite 250, perfect. The iron yeeter is still working. This must have been an old ice one I had. Dang, it's getting dummy thick out here. Yeah. Oh, the Artemis is still having issues. What are you freaking out about the water? It's not your moment right now, Artemis. Chill. Actually, wait, you're gonna request like all that back. Okay, so unfortunately, I think I'm gonna succeed. I say unfortunately. How's the factory going today? It's going good, T. How are you today? It's nice to see you. And I know it wasn't that long that I ignored YouTube chat, even though it was a little bit. We have 1.9k rockets. I don't remember what it was at before. I feel like it was at like 2.5k, but maybe it wasn't. We're certainly behind the 8-ball on bullets. We're going negative on normal bullets. Do we have any modules on ship? No, of course we don't. Of course we don't, because I wasn't planning on succeeding. There's a lot of bullets being used. I mean, this is good. Again, like I said, I expected to fail. Forgot to use filters. So it doesn't only remove not calcite to balance out the calcite. How bad is it? How far behind are we falling? Not meaningfully. We're a little bit. We were down to like 560. We're back up to 572, which is something. Maybe we kind of zero out, and this is just where we end up on occasion because it can't drop them. Ironically, the belts for materials are full as can be. These bad boys can't pick up enough. I mean, I guess they can't pick up any more, really. Oh, this is where it's getting real. God, the railguns are so cool. Calcite block got rotated? What? Is it this one? Oh no, I enabled disabled. Whoops. Wait, okay, so I'm checking the wrong spot for this anyways. Oh man, I'm so flustered. Hold all belts, okay. So now you're looking, but you only see like a foot. Actually, that's fine. We'll set this at 30. Okay. Honestly, if these are full, it's not that big of a deal. We're not running out of ice or anything. Cool. That's fine. As long as that area is full, it'll keep eating stuff off. How's the ammo looking? Oh my god, we're ahead. We're net on like everything. I think we just are like fine. Granted, we're maybe it's considered cheap to kind of better our boost like this, but I don't know. Helps our calcite and it works. It's kind of like a leisurely cruise. Honestly, though, I think that the legendary gun turrets are like a huge boon. As long as those ammos keep replenishing, which, I mean, I can't imagine it gets... I mean, it's going to get worse, actually. I don't know how much worse is it going to get. The iron is kind of fighting the good fight, but we should have set it up so it was fine. Oh my god, Apollo, you're being dramatic too. If I learned anything from this playthrough, it's put down like 40 cargo bays on everything and then stop worrying. How I learned to stop worrying and embrace cargo bays. Okay, this is so scary. Like, I know we have defenses all the way down, but that stresses me right out. I'm so glad I put laser turrets down the line. I didn't think that I did for some reason. Yikes. Alright, how are we doing on railgun shells? Have 1,000 of those. Rockets, I have to imagine we're starting to use. Okay, we're getting behind on rockets. And you're struggling because you don't have any iron? Interesting. How much iron does this make? 1.89 per second. Shouldn't this be enough to supply them then? Oh, you're being split two ways. Wait. But that's 0.6 going that way. Why are you even bringing iron down here? What? No, it's still like, stop this. These should be fine. I mean, maybe they won't be fine, but input priority these are like feeding the lower ones. I know we need a lot there, but make sure that the rocket turrets are getting what they need first. I didn't think this was going to be a legitimate attempt, to be honest with you. Oh man, that's crazy. Look at how big some of those are out there. Every time it flashes need ammo, it stresses me right out. I wonder how bad idling in the solar system's edge is. I was gonna wait to do this until I had the Spidertron. But I was like, in the meantime, let me test how our ship's doing so I can like work on improvements if I need them. Imagine if they're behemoth asteroids, now you're thinking. If I was a little bit more creative, I'd go make a mod. It's a well-kept secret that when you get to the solar system's edge, there's the ultimate space behemoth biter that you have to fight. If you don't defeat it, your save file gets deleted. Shout out to games that actually delete your save file on a related note. Stuff is spooky. Yeah, look at our ammo belt is like, it certainly is taking a hit. I could have sworn I ratioed these out perfectly, but it's using... I don't know what to do. I mean, unless it gets dramatically worse in the last 20,000 kilometers, we're probably going to be fine. However, I don't think that this is making a return trip unless we can idle there for a long time. Which we might be able to. Idling there might be fine. What do you mean a turret ran out of ammo? What do you mean? What? That's not good. That's like a whole can of worms I'm not like emotionally prepared to deal with right now. Don't add a space platform. Now's not the time. Yeah, I don't know how the egg ended up hatching. I'm very curious because I thought I got rid of all like... They're splitters, but they're not splitters that go to dead ends. So I do not know how that could have happened. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. I thought I ran the numbers properly, but it looks like, I mean, maybe it's because this needed speed modules. I could see that being a thing. We're certainly behind on iron, which I did not think would be an issue. And it's not because we don't have enough iron ore and stuff. It's simply because, well, we don't have enough iron. I genuinely think we might just be safe to idle in that space, assuming that they're not going to drift in like a huge asteroid on our side. If they drift them in on our side, then we'll just die in space, which would be not good. But I also don't think that this is going to make a trip back successfully. So you have a boatload of molten iron. You just don't make it quick enough. If I drop productivity modules, you'll make a lot more iron. The steel is abundant. Same with you. I'm going to just drop the productivity. That'll speed everything up to an extent. I think I have the music off right now. I didn't know there was cool music. I wasn't planning on doing this now. I didn't think it was going to work. I did want to hear the jingle, though. Cool. I'm certainly not going to finish. I did not think that this was going to be a successful thing, but we have, after 118 hours, which feels like a pretty tremendous amount. What? I can upload a snapshot of my game to the Factorio.com space map? That's so cool. Map of your planet's platforms, including recipe icons, tags, and station names. Yeah, heck it, why not? The Galaxy of Fame. Ah, this feels so special. You're too strong of a gamer. It certainly feels that way. What do I title it? A Firefly Amongst the Stars. There you go. Space good. That's such a cool thing. I didn't know this was a thing. That's so cute. Calcite 2. Okay. Chill. I don't know if you can survive at the solar system's edge, admittedly. I would love for you to return back to a kilo. I don't know if you can. I'm hoping that at the solar system's edge, there won't be any huge carbonic asteroids coming from the side. I might just wait and see for a little bit. Oh my god, you can see, I brought it up on the website. You can actually see all of the platforms and everything. That's crazy. What a cool thing. I had no idea this was a thing. So cute. Alright, so it looks like... Let me quickly check so I can verify. I'm all panicked now. I didn't think that we were going to successfully get to the solar system's edge. Can I see... Okay, so at the solar system's edge, there's just nothing. We made it through the asteroid field, so there's just nothing left. Which is awesome. That is exactly what I was hoping for. However, we're now gunked. Yeah, I didn't realize it was safe here either. But I'm glad it is, because we have a bunch of stuff on the belt, and I think with the stuff on the belt, we could probably make it back. Can the Apollo chill? This isn't... I mean, this is kind of about you. Go to Novice. You're doing great. I'm actually super proud of you, Apollo. Interestingly enough, it's getting pulled back to a kilo passively. Presumably because the solar system's edge has no gravity, which makes sense. This being said, I need to do something to fix the fact that this is broken right now. The output is too full, so nothing is processing. Do I have any offload belts that are close-ish? I guess here would be the ideal for it. Okay, yeah, just a little bit to get the engine going. Cool. Cool. So this will extremely slowly float back to a kilo, which is nice, because I'm not ready to do Promethean science yet or anything. I want to bring this ship back. But in theory, we should be able to make enough rockets to make it home. Actually, our rockets are probably doing fine-ish now. Holy moly, we were not fine-ish. Does it really take that much iron to make these? Yeah, I guess it's 5 per second. Dang. Okay, so clearly we need one more foundry. I don't think we have one on the ship. Even if we did, we do have one more foundry, but we don't really have the belts to sustain it. Maybe. Can I fit a foundry right here? I kind of can, but not exactly. It looks like it's catching up now that this is backed up. Hopefully, while it drifts back, we'll be able to make more rockets. See, that huge asteroids trajectory is what stresses me out, though. I'm gonna have it go back to the solar system's edge proper and then actually stop there instead of drifting, I think. I was gonna have it drift so I can get some materials, but I'm gonna just have it go there safely. Because it looks like there's literally nothing there. But I have to pause thrust once it arrives, basically. feather it until then. Because if I don't pay attention to it and it just catches something on the back, like right before it arrives, it'll be real annoying. Cool, 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 cool. We have a boatload of ore and stuff. Mainly, we just need to process the iron to get rockets. I think everything else is a-okay for the most part. But again, catching a flak, huge metallic asteroid would be quite the problem. Come on, see it. I want to see it wind up in fire, but I think it's going to barely miss the range. Heck. Totally made the range, but I wasn't prepared. Maybe the solar system's edge is not safe. I thought it was, but now there's like hella carbonic asteroids or huge ones coming. Perhaps I was wrong. It looked safe. It looked like it was all at 0, but it does not seem to be the case. Which is to say, that is going to blow up our ship if we don't catch the edge of it, so we actually just have to go right now. Okay, we have to go, or we're getting hit. How are we doing on rockets? This is stressful. Not nearly enough. However, we're gonna go back to our other plan. We're gonna just pause thrust and we're gonna just kind of drift. I think that was our best bet for survival. We'll have to keep an eye on it every now and then, but I think we'll like burst through 1,000 or 4,000 every now and then. Huge hit. I'm so glad that has a little bit more range than it actually has. The bullets themselves go much farther, which is nice. What can I do to rectify this in the meantime? So the big issue is we're not making rockets fast enough. I don't have speed modules to fix that. At least the iron is good now. It should just be fine now, because I'm pretty sure we produce rockets faster than we expend them, which is something I wasn't sure of before. But the issue was we were just really conked on iron because we weren't producing enough proper bullets. But I will need to micro this while doing other stuff. So let's be sure to check back on that every minute or so. I'm sorry. My entire ore patch is empty. Was this an iron one? This is copper. What the heck? When did that run out? Oh no, there's 76 in there. We're good. Where's that copper ore at? It's right over there. All right, let me just get that bad boy over there so we can start mining some copper again. Saved. Might be leftovers from when you were moving the asteroids. I considered that. That's a possibility. Really hoping you hit the other one there. We're like zeroing out rockets at this point. Alright, that looks good. Looks like we've got a little bit of breathing room at least. That carbonic's certainly going to miss us, the large one. It's really tough to see over there. That's certainly far clear of us. Can I make an extra rocket maker? Maybe that would be nice. I could make an extra rocket maker. Okay, no, I really should have put extra supplies on the ship. I've learned my lesson. Everything was good for a little bit. Fully deplete this patch. I think we have another copper patch already working, so I don't think it's going to be an issue because we expanded out here. I had to turn off my RoboFort coverage. I can't see nothing. There we go. I know I always have it on, but back to Galeba. What exactly happened here? I need to check our kills. Okay. Okay, we killed an egg raft. But we had 10 mature pentapods. Are those the ones that spit out of my egg? Okay, yeah, no, we have them very consistently every 15 minutes, so something is happening here. Yeah, it's a little too peculiar. Space is looking chill right now, actually. I want to improve Firefly before we go back around. So this turret was killing. All right, so that gives us a small area to see where it's happening. It's not over here. One of these machines can get eggs stuck in them, but I doubt it. It's likely more up than down since this one ran out of ammo. Okay, I found it. Great. It's this. Cool. It's gonna happen one more time. They should hatch and they should deal with it, so it should be fine. I must have messed up my wiring there. Honestly, if the whole trip was like this, would be fine. Oh my god, the Artemis is being so dramatic. I think that's what I want to do, is I want to retrofit most of the ships to be basically like Firefly. I think that would be a nice solution to a lot of my problems, especially something like the Artemis, which clearly needs more storage. Where are you about, Fulgora? God, we have so much blue science now. We're not doing any science. We should change that. I would like explosives, actually. I know it sounds silly, but I don't even know if it'd make a big difference. I wish there was just some like explosive productivity we could have. I guess I'll go for some rocket part productivity. That's always a nice one. How has our quality been going? Actually, let's check on our rockets first. I have to like micro this the whole time. I'm gonna be so stressed. That's good. How are we doing on you? As long as we're getting plus or zeroing out on rockets, I'm happy. We're now plus 130 rockets. Fantabulous. Oh my god. It just dropped like 1 million cryogenic science packs that could not fit in here. Are we really that plus on science? Goodness, we are. Oh, right, because I was manually feeding the Artemis, was I? Or not the Artemis, the inductor? No, it's because the inductor hasn't requested anymore. Because we're just really backed up on cryogenic science? This is not a problem I thought I would ever have. That doesn't feel right. I only have a request for 5k. I guess I'll make this 10k. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Okay, you're automatic requesting. As long as there's no like big things in the way, or like things that look like it's going to strike its side, I'm going to just let it drift back. Maybe they were kind enough to make it so that many of them won't end up gunking you. But I'm going to just let it replenish its stuff. If it gets over like 1,500 rockets, I'll send it back the normal way. How are we doing over here? Everything is backed up. Everything is really backed up. Everything is super backed up. Everything is backed up because... what a beautiful problem to have. Oh my god, that is not something that I would have expected us to manifest an issue with, but I'm very blessed to have a problem of too many quality blue circuits. The wonderful thing about this is we can break these down into a gazillion other things if we want to, and they're going to be just as useful effectively. However, not right now. This is a band-aid fix for sure, but one to keep the things flowing. Beauteous is a wonderful way to put it. Cool, the iron's looking good. We have enough iron. Let me check on Gleba. If we haven't heard the alarm yet, then we're not done on Gleba. Assuming that I set my alarms right, which I believe I did, there shouldn't be any sort of solution yet. I was hoping to see another legendary rocket launcher here. That's okay. Looks like we've had a few more of these in the meantime. This is going to be very slow. Fortunately, now that I finished one of my goals, I can put all my focus towards the other one, though, which is nice. How's Firefly looking? Just wonderful. Drifting back. It seems like the real chill if you have your thrust pause, which is very nice. Probably like a mercy thing. I mean, at the same time, if you're moving 10 kilometers per second versus 100, there will be 1/10 the amount of things. Yeah, the rockets are looking much nicer. I do want to fix this up, though, because clearly we learned that we need another foundry somewhere around here. Ideally, I'll just stick it like here and then have it kind of feed these. I don't know where else I would fit it. I could certainly fit one here. And then maybe I'll have the iron go down instead. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good thought. Actually, this makes excess molten iron. No, it doesn't. It makes 47. This uses 25. This uses 14. So this is a little bit of excess, but not much. So we would need a whole different setup. Can't believe the bullets take so much. That's what's really throwing me for a loop. These are like extremely expensive. I'm glad I didn't make red ammo. I think red ammo would have been excessive. So I think that was a good choice either way. Let's check on the steel. That's a good point on here. First things first, let's look down here. There's certainly a chunky belt of steel. Looks like the iron ore has fallen behind a little bit. Doesn't surprise me too much, because there was a pretty extreme demand for iron for a while. No, did we take a hit? Devastating. I wasn't paying enough attention. Let me think. I don't think that that's salvageable, unfortunately. Let me think. No, because I need a full belt. I really don't have any belt at all. I'm panicking. I don't have a planikin. I don't think I have any undergrounds in storage. No, I've got nothing in storage. Go. Anything to avoid that. Heck. That's like the worst possible spot for it to happen. Okay, I'm going to pause thrust. I need to think a little bit more. Heck, what can I do? I could do grabbies, but grabbies aren't going to grab both of the things. Oh, it's going to completely flood the belt, too. I mean, it'll be fine-ish. Aw, no, they're only grabbing that stuff. Alright, things are being processed. It's better than nothing. What's the other stuff called? Oh, I'm panicking. It's the other ammo. We could just pick from here. We don't need the name. I should have used stacks, but it's fine. It's getting stuff up there. God, this is going to be a stressful trip back. I just want to keep it in as many pieces as I can. Maybe we can use an existing underground to grab 1 or 2 more belts. That's a good point. I wonder what hit us. Okay. This one can definitely be extended. You're 100% correct. This is one that's superfluous. Okay. We did lose an asteroid collector too. Maybe the asteroid collector just took the brunt of the hit. How many rockets have we accumulated? 500? I don't think it's enough to make it back. I will need to keep more attention to this though. We're very lucky that missed us. Okay, let me quickly go back and look at Gleba and see what Gleba's issue is. You're out of rocket launchers because the iron got gunked. We can certainly fix the iron. But this is like every like minute or two I'm gonna have to look over here. Oh, it says damage taken 22,000. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just send it. I mean, no, if I micromanage it, it's a much better idea. Everything is fixed now outside of that one asteroid collector, which we can salvage. But I do need to pay attention. Okay. So what were we making over here? I wanted to start setting up the actual radar itself that we wanted to make down here. Change this into a radar. We need 2 of them, I believe, and we want to make them with legendary materials specifically. One of the 2 things that we wanted to make on this planet. So let us see if we can get ourselves some stuff for that. I keep hitting Alt-Tab to go look again. All right, peek this. Oh my god, I thought that was a meteorite about to hit us. There's a huge carbonic. It looks like it's going to impact with us, so I'm going to send that. Not going to hesitate. Nope, wrong way. Go this way. I'm going to chill once our rocket count drops below like 300 again. As soon as the rocket count's low enough, we're not going to risk it, but we know we can successfully like go forward. Oh no, our initial thrust was too powerful, so we lost one of our legendary turrets. Sad, but not hopefully too devastating. That does give us a little bit less stuff. I can make another legendary turret. I'm not sweating that. I think that the 30k mark is like the spiciest part to my memory of the chart. Again, not great, but salvageable. At the very start, it just injects everything though because it's been able to store. So I should have been more careful at that. That was a blunder. Look, what's a battle without a few scars to show for it, huh? The fact that this hasn't gotten any rockets in a while scares me. There we go. What took another hit? It's novice. Cool. We're looking a lot smoother right now. Let's look at our rocket count. Might be stopping soon. 380 remaining. Again, I think this is where it's going to get the spiciest. We're going to stop thrust now. I don't want it to drop too far under, but I do want to make a jump every time we can. But being that these are already like kind of out of ammo, let's take a little bit of time. It's clearly rockets aren't getting around fast enough. Not much I can do about it now, so let me quickly check to see if my notion of this was correct. Okay, so yes and no. I think this is where there's the most density of huge things. It's just going to be... No, for sure, yeah. It's going to be primarily changing to big oxide, which is going to be more of a demand on... I guess it's not more of a demand on rockets, because every big one we break down is several rockets required each. So we're getting through like the cluster of huge things right now. This is like the conch zone. So this is the toughest part. We should be okay to make it back now. Great. Let me go back and focus a little bit now. We need legendary electronic circuits, iron plates, and iron gear wheels. I think that that's going to be pretty easy to accomplish. With our setup, do we actually have circuits? I don't think we do. So we'll have to scale down our green circuits because we have no way to do that. I do want to keep checking on Firefly, making sure it comes home safe. It's looking just fine. As long as there's none of the like big chunky boyos, we should be just fine to drift. It's just that when one of the I don't have railguns set up on the other parts of the ship, so if there's one of the like the oversized ones and they go to clip the ship, there's nothing I can do about it. And if it catches like pipes or something, I don't have pipe replacements. I do have pipe replacements, but losing a thruster would be pretty bad. So as long as it's these medium ones, we'll be just fine to make it home, thankfully. Although that was particularly spicy, and I'm a little bummed about losing the legendary, but not that bummed. So let us grab one of these over here. We have 13 legendary processing units. I think I'm not going to use those, even though they will spit out the ones, and I think I'm going to just try to upscale these purple ones that we have over here instead. There you go. There's already some of them. I think this will be nice because we get a nice little stockpile of purple-green circuits for things that we want to use them for as well. So let's just break through those for now and then take a look. Yeah, again, I think now we're good. We've made it through the spooky part. I didn't realize before that it actually showed you on the map where you were. There are still some huge ones, but the odds of them are going down dramatically from like 8 a minute to this one, 13 a minute, and then 3 a minute of those. So we're looking at what? 16 a minute to 5, 4, and 3. So, you know, it's already like really dramatically lowered. Some can show up here, but it's way less likely, like half as much already. Gives us a little bit of time to breathe and then go back home. So I've learned my lesson though. When we do send the ship out further to do Promethean, if we want to do Promethean stuff, we need to make sure more rockets, more iron production. We have some free real estate in areas like here that we could potentially move things over to give us a little bit more space. Also, I think that our production on railgun ammo is dramatically too high. Like, I think that this is way overkill for how little railgun ammo you actually use. But I didn't know that before, so we were learning, so it's fine. This being said, boom, there's our legendary electronic circuits. How many radars did we end up needing for the Spidertron? That is a wonderful question. The Spidertron needs 2 radars, so done. The radars for the Spidertron are complete. That is one section of the Spidertron done. Next, we will need, I don't remember, even though I just looked at it, which is a little bit sad, but, you know, never said my memory was the best. Exoskeletons. So let's do exoskeletons next. Nothing. Amada, I made it. Adds custom planets. I'll use Shattered Planet spawn rates. So that's my planets go after the SP. That's crazy. That sounds really cool, though. It's definitely a very good learning experience for us heading out to the solar system's edge. Certainly to be improved, but good learning experience. You could do some really wacky stuff. It's fascinating because, like, I mean, even starting out this game, at least for me, like, basic automation was kind of a nightmare, and it was easier for me just to stick it all in in my engineer's crafting hands. We've come a long way in 100 and something hours in this save. 112 was it? Okay, so we were making our exoskeletons. We need legendary ones. Look at that. We need legendary processing units, steel plates, and electromagnetic units. I think the steel plates have been naturally spitting out. Is that correct? Oh my god, stop. There we go. Does this not make steel plates on its own? I mean, we could smelt them. Oh no, there are steel plates here. I was like, I was pretty sure. I just didn't see where they were. Cool, so we have legendary steel plates already. It looks like 30 of them. I don't think that's enough, is it? No, it's 20 per exoskeleton. Probably better off smelting iron, if I were to guess. Can also process these. So we'll do that really quick. The mod itself gives you above legendary stats on ships, items, steel, asteroids. That's cool. I mean, it's a good way to deal with it, at least. Or make it balanced, I suppose. This is going to be my legendary crafting box. Let us put our steel plate in here. We'll just let it kind of process. Hopefully some of them will kick out and to legendary ones in the meantime, because we're going to need some of these. I'd like to also have some legendary exoskeletons for myself, but you know, baby steps. The electric engine unit is probably going to be another thing that we're going to need to deal with. Engine unit. Electronic circuits are fine. Engine units we certainly don't have. So let's do that. Guess we also have to make lubricant. I should keep checking on the ship. I think we're basically smooth sailing. Get an X-Tech thruster uses less fuel and X-Tech lasers with increased range. That sounds cool. Having some way to like preserve fuel would be so nice. Whew, I just really didn't want the Firefly to blow up, to be honest with you. If it was like stranded out there, I was probably just gonna reset. It would just be too sad to not like save it. Okay, so these are just iron and steel. So this is really easy, which means these engine units are also done for this. How many of them do we need for the equipment? It looks like we're sitting at 30 in this economy. I didn't realize the exoskeletons were going to be so heckin' expensive. Okay, well, that certainly changes things. So we're going to need 120 of these in total. Lubricant should be really easy to make here. I'm guessing we're out of the range of the major ones, or maybe they're just quite rare now. I still think we're going to struggle to make it all the way back. Maybe we won't because we're through most of the stuff. The important thing is I'm proud of us for making it. And that means we have one more major goal for the playthrough, which is cool as well. All right, so let us look at the huge carbonics have a little bit. Huge metallics are still, I wouldn't say abundant. Huge oxides are also there, but they're not going to change too much going forward. How are we doing on our rockets? Got another 200. I'm going to send the thruster for a little bit again. So we'll keep a kilo. I'm going to pause the thrust immediately. I'm going to try to keep us so that we don't accelerate too fast and smash into something again. How much fuel do you have? Oh my god, you have so much oxidizer. Especially being down one of our legendary turrets. Maybe I'll just let it drift. That one should get caught, right? Just barely. Come on. Huge. Yeah, there's definitely still huge ones around. I really want to just accelerate and go, but I don't want to crash into something. But we do need to get past that first acceleration of 300 to get the ship going again. There's no really good way to do it either, but there is certainly a way. And that's smashing into something. You know, you can't break an omelet without making some eggs. Let me get this set up in the meantime. So I just think about something else. We need an offshore pump. There's no way to get legendary lubricant because legendary liquids don't exist to my memory. So it should just be fine to build this wherever. There's one big carbonic in front that I'm a little bit concerned about us cleaning up. Otherwise, I would send it. If that big carbonic dies, maybe I'll send a full thrust and we'll go. How do you make lubricant? Is it just oil of the heavy variety? It is just heavy oil. So it's literally like, I don't know if it can get any easier to make lubricant on this planet. Which is quite nice to see. Cool. So the lubricant part was, as expected, trivial easy. So we will bring it down here, and we'll plug it in. The lubricant is good. Now we need legendary electronic circuits, legendary steel, iron gear wheels. That one's just floating out there in front of us, just taunting me. I was like, as soon as that breaks, it's gone. It's just spinning in circles. It genuinely, I don't know if it's getting more on screen or not. I think it's just spinning up here. It must be really fun making mods for this game. I'm sure it's like out of my wheelhouse, but it sounds like it'd be really cool to do. I've never made a mod for anything, but I was always the person compiling mod packs when playing through a game like Civilization 5 or Terraria Starbound and stuff. Terraria was quite easy. Starbound got spicy. All right, so let's see how we're doing on legendary iron. We have some. We don't have a crazy amount, but obviously it needs to be used for this cause, so we'll start doing this. Is it 1-to-1 engine units? Factorio is very modder friendly. Oh, that's cool. I was trying to start them out the other day, but then I realized how many sprites it would take. Yeah, that's something too. I mean, I think that I would have fun in theory. Cool, it's 1-to-1. I think I'd have fun in theory making a mod, but I don't think I'd be able to balance it in a satisfying way. I feel like that's where my like skill level wouldn't really like match up to where it needs to be. Can I productivity module this? No, okay, I didn't think I could. I can productivity module this, so we definitely want productivity modules all the way down. Copy of its documentation is included here. So, oh, interesting. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun, but I'm sure that anything I designed would not. I mean, maybe it could be fun one day, but I feel like it'd be a lot of work, and it's something that other people are much better at. I can't believe that this thing is just taunting me by spinning out here. I made the comment that if we deal with it, like, look at this too. There's just a few asteroids that are like moving at the exact same speed as us upwards. I'm gonna send it. Please don't get blown up by this one. I'm begging you. Okay, there's a spicy meatball of asteroids coming up here. All right, maybe we pause again? Can we decelerate, please? No? That's cool. Why are we so fast now? Did our wiring break? Oh, that's not great. I mean, it's nothing not fixable and we're almost home. What happened to our wiring? Why are you going? Heck. I'm getting impatient, but I really want to bring it home. It's supposed to stop fueling once we're at a certain speed. But it takes like 9 ever for it to get there. I think we're good. I think we're decelerating. Thankfully, these can cover the range of that turret. Only reason I'm still going is because I know that that's expendable. That, like, one turret, in spite of it being our uncommon one, is the expendable turret. There we go. We've decelerated. Now I think we're good to go. We lost both our legendary turrets. We'll have to make more. Cool, 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 cool. Sprites the hardest part. Shadows nearly killed one of my projects. I could believe it. It must take a lot of effort and skill to do that kind of stuff. Content, basically the whole game's implemented as a mod named base. I did see that it was called like base mod or whatever. Readily inspectable as well. Oh, see, that's really cool. I'm glad that it exists in a state like that, because there's like, of the few mod packs and stuff I've played, there's so much interesting content that people have made. People are so talented. I think we're good to make it back to a kilo now. Or at least mostly in one piece. We'll be able to make it back from a kilo to Fulgora or Gleba to actually get repaired and everything, which is really what I wanted. I just didn't want to lose the Firefly in the middle of nowhere and then have it float back in a few hours as a husk. I would have felt really bad about it. How is the trip back from the solar system's edge just as stressful as going there? Cool. I'm thinking we're good now, though. How many rockets do we have on the belt? Looks like 308. So we were getting a bit low, but I think we're out of the huge field. Honestly, I think I might just let it go the whole way. Dropping into 300 is scary, and the iron's being used in a lot of ways now, but I think we're safer to just keep going if we ever want to turn it on again. Same problem is whenever you blow 100 kilometers per second, your pump is upping your thrusters. Every time you pause and start, you're changing speed to boost. It's true. No, that's exactly what's happening. That makes complete sense. And it's just like, oh, cool, I can just send it. And then it sends it. And then there's so much in the actual thrusters themselves that it doesn't know to actually slow down. And it just kind of sends it. Which is fine. Look, I'm just happy that we finally got to see the victory screen for like the first time. That was iconic. We'll go back. I really like this ship's design, but it does need improvement, like I had said before. Like, we're just sitting on extra molten iron that we should be putting into some sort of machine, because we clearly don't have enough iron. I think we're probably going to want to stop now, unfortunately. But we're getting so close, but we're really low on rockets. Let's turn it off. Shut it down. Hopefully there's not too many more of the huge ones. I'm thinking because we made it so far, the huge ones are probably at a minimum now. Yeah, it's just oxide for the most part. It's a few huge, but they're very rare now. Cool, 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 cool. So hopefully we'll be fine to make it back now and resupply everything. And if we do take hits now, it's so close to a kilo we can repair it. I just didn't want to lose it in the nothingness of the void. Just in time for rocket part productivity, because it's going to certainly need some repairs. I didn't know you could get the victory screen if you weren't on the ship. I didn't even consider like that was going to be able to win, to be honest. When I sent it out there, I had the complete and full expectation that we weren't succeeding. There was no chance that that ship succeeded on this trip. But somehow it did. Which is, I don't want to say it's bittersweet. It's cool that it succeeded. I was just planning on saving it for later, and I was like, well, let's test it. And then I was like, well, okay, it made it to a kilo. I guess we'll test it now. And then when I was making it, I was like, well, should I really stop it? You have productivity modules, and I would like those. Can you help me out with that? I want to rip productivity modules before we start making these intermediates for these. Cool, so that's rocket part productivity. That's, again, basically 30% productivity every time we get it, just because of the parts that it goes into it. I really want to make some Prometheum science. I wasn't necessarily planning on doing it this playthrough either. I was considering maybe restarting my Factorio Space Age one, or Space Exploration one, or continuing that on stream. Let's do plastic bar productivity. I don't know if we necessarily need it, but I'm sure we have a boatload of agricultural science. Is there a better option? Rocket fuel might be more useful. How much do we need for the rocket fuel? It's the same. Let's do the rocket fuel. That's going to be a little more universal. I feel like we have an excess of plastic. How is Novice doing? It didn't bark at me yet, but I would like to check what we're doing. Okay, we have 4 uranium-238, no 235s yet. They're processing. How many have they done? 40,000 almost. 40,000 on that one? Nobody told me quality was so rare. Are we like ripping through the uranium mine now? It's still 2.5 million in there. Nah, we're fine. We may have to move this one. No, it's still got plenty in it. We are absolutely ripping through it, but again, there's another mine we can grab, which I might want to do anyways. Now that we have like to not think about reaching the solar system's edge anymore, we're going to repair Firefly. We're going to focus on making our other goal, which is going to be the Spidertron Legendary, which I think will be a cool thing to do. I've definitely grown more of an appreciation for quality with this playthrough. I think that I will take more advantage of it next time I play. Probably earlier on, I think is a good way to say it. Quality's cool. I didn't expect it to be as, what's a good word? As reasonable, I guess. I expected when I would implement quality, like I kind of said up here with this intention, this place is just for quality. I think I could have very easily implemented quality right here. And maybe I would have shipped it over to here to process the quality just because of space constraints, but I think that quality was way more approachable. Approachable is a good word, than I had initially anticipated it to be. I thought it was going to be way worse. It really wasn't that bad. How are we doing here? Looking good, thankfully. How are we doing on rockets? Basically no rockets, so we're just going to let Firefly drift back. Overall, a successful mission. Definitely shows we need to improve, though. Patiently waiting for the productivity modules to enter the atmosphere. Shame you can't productivity module pipes, but you can do engines, so we're doing the engines, let me tell ya. Would be an absolute fool to not do so. I assume that these can be done as well with productivity, so we may as well. Look, it ain't much, but it's an extra almost I was going to say almost 40%, but literally 40%. Cool. So we'll start processing these. We can start smelting some quality gears as well. Kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, material-wise. I think maybe I'll process these into gears. And then maybe try to upcycle the extra gears. I have to imagine with the 16% quality chance we're gonna, spit out a good chunk of legendary. Seems like any time that we have the possibility of taking that lower material and crafting it into something rather than continuing to cycle it down, we should always do so. So that's good to know. Although I'm a little surprised. Don't we like spit out gear wheels here? Do I really just process all of the gear wheels? I guess I do. I mean, the odds of having legendary ones come out are fairly low anyways, I guess. Okay, so let's grab the quality green circuits that we made a chunk of. Not many here. Cool, but we're at least starting to process these. We'll put the blue circuits in there as well. We don't have many of the blue circuits either. I don't think we need too many for the exoskeletons. Shame we need 4 of them, but I get why we do, because, you know, it's all 8 legs. It's 10 for each one, so we're going to need 40 in total. We only have 14 right now, so we'll need to sort that out. I imagine the easiest way for us is to just make it out of electronic circuits and advanced circuits. Let's do a quick check-in on Gleba. I'm going to check the kill tab to make sure that we're not killing anything else anymore. Okay, that was before we'd fixed it, but now we're not killing anything. Perfect. How's the iron looking? Still struggling a little bit just because the demand is so high. This is apparently a relic of an old design, so we'll just get that replaced. The steel's ahead at least. Surprised our blue circuit demand is so high. Thank goodness for EM plants. I don't know where I'd be without them. They're like kind of life-changing. Still only 1. We got to do something about this. This is way too slow. By the time we finish everything else, like, this will be long done. How many rocket launchers can you fit in a rocket? 5, because it only stacks to 5. So we need to make the rocket launchers here. To me, my first gut feeling is that we need to expand our iron out again. Oh, that's a surprise. Ooh, what is this? I'm trying to figure out what function that this had. I see. This was to give priority through, and I broke the undergrounds. It was probably meant to be symmetrical like this. I think I want to copy this, though. I mean, alternatively, we can drop these productivity modules and change them for speed. Could speed beacon this? Do we have any more speed 3s here? I don't think we do. We don't. I really need to work on the storage phase. Where are you sitting, Apollo? Here, Gleba. I'm gonna make it so Gleba has a request for spoilage, actually. I feel like that's probably a good idea. spoilage, just so it'll rip it off the ship. Use filter. Spoilage. That way we can just get rid of the excess spoilage here. So that way Gleba will naturally ask for the spoilage. Man, I love Gleba. What a wonderful place to live. What do I do? I'm concerned that doubling up on the iron is going to eat too much bioflux. I don't know if I should be concerned since the belt is like backing up to here, but I am concerned. But I also think we need more iron, so I don't think it's super negotiable. Getting more speed modules here would be nice as well. I haven't looked at Volcanus in months. I swear, this place just kind of runs on its own, or it's not running at all. You making speed modules still? No? It ran out of plastic at some point because, oh my god, look at the coal mine. It really isn't running at all. Oh no. Holy guacamole. We gotta go to Volcanus. Is there any more coal sitting around? Yeah, but it's in the gunk zone. I guess we can grab some of it over there. Holy cow, we ripped through the coal. Oh no, I grabbed that before because I was like, I'm going to need coal. This is a problem I'm going to have to deal with. And then I just didn't do it. Classic. Okay, let's see if we can set some rails to go. Where do I want the coal to end up? I guess down here would be nice. 100 mil patch in the danger zone 2? Or 10 mil patch. Yeah, that one. I think we might have established this was a medium here. Not that it's the end of the world, but I think that Spidertrons are not a great solution for it. I'm betting that uranium ammo would probably be pretty good. I think I'll probably start with this one just to get the place rolling again. Oh, I kind of forgot to check on Firefly for a little bit. Thankfully, Firefly's doing spectacular. I want to make the final push back to a kilo. Probably not. I think we're going to just let it drift for now. I think the odds of seeing something, a big one, are very low, and I'd rather just safely get there. So once it's there, coming back is, free. If nothing else, while it's there, we can replace the frontal turret, I guess, the main big one. Do we have any more railguns made anywhere? Railgun. What? We're still making this? We have, like, no foundation. How have we made only 150? Actually, it's probably because the ship is picking it up, to be honest. We do have a few railguns at least, so I will change Firefly's plan to call for a normal railgun instead. And then I will make it so that I guess the minimum stack size of a railgun is 1. I don't really know how it works. I feel like sometimes it'll only pull 1 and sometimes it'll pull like a Gorillion. Maybe it's just because if it doesn't have like a stack to fulfill, it won't do it at all. How are we doing on the exoskeletons? We have a whopping 0 so far. Maybe we should take the purple materials and make exoskeletons out of them. It's an idea. Forgot to put the 1 steel I had in here. Where the heck does the steel go? There it is. We have like no legendary steel. Guess because we just don't get a lot of it. We can always turn iron into steel though, so that should be easy. I mean, iron's like the lifeblood of everything. I have to start thinking with the lowest possible denominator and then working my way upwards. I gotta not get used to handcrafting. Like I was saying, I'm playing that one save where there's no handcrafting allowed. But it's also like a few other really obnoxious things. But I always want to keep that in mind. So we can productivity module and stick some of our iron into this. Maybe this is inefficient, but I think it's an okay idea at least. Whoops, I had an extra chest I didn't realize. I have a bunch of robots on me. I probably should stick them down here. Perhaps they were in something and I picked them up. It's 5-1, so it's not the most efficient transfer. I wonder if it'd be better to take the purple because there's such an abundance of it instead of productivity moduling it. Maybe I can quality module and that'll be more efficient. We just have such an abundance of epic iron, and we don't have that much of the legendary. So I'm a little bit nervous to use the legendary without trying to just like use the epic. Hopefully we get at least some out of this. Again, the odds aren't terrible. Fortunately, only 2 of these can fit in here, so it's only 8%. Still should be an okay chunk of them. Okay, back to Volcanus, because Volcanus is like actually broken. All jokes aside. We can temporarily stem the tide by just moving this over here, which is what I'm going to do, just so it can do something in the meantime. Looks like we can fit a few more of them. It's a little tough to tell where the actual spot is for this. Rip this down. At least in the meantime, while I'm busy, we can have these ripping from here. Bada bing, bada boom. Plug that bad boy back in. Boom. Volcanus is saved. A problem for another minute. Just not this one. I really want to make sure I have the exoskeletons before I get off this planet. That's really where I'm at right now. If I can leave with the 4 exoskeletons and the 2 radars, then I am happy to go focus on other things a little bit closer. Unfortunately, the 20 steel per each means we need 80 steel in total, I think. I think it's 20 each. I hope it's not more. And so 80 steel in total is going to be pretty significant. What are we processing that the steel comes from? Maybe there's more stuff we're coming that we can break down. What, does low density structure take steel? I don't think it does. It does. Okay. We should just crack the LDS then more. We already cracked the LDS. It has been cracked. I should have filtered these to not pick up legendary because it's almost certainly destroyed like a chunk of legendary. So that was a blunder for sure. The ones that spit out like right here, they probably got caught and destroyed by these. Which does put us a little bit behind, but unfortunately it's far too late to kind of dwell on that. How is this doing? Iron gear wells. There's a lot of steel plates needed all the way down. If we can improve our processing as well, that would be nice. We already have quite a few going. Could probably set up more though. We don't really have a ton of space because I always set it up though. Right, these are killing the excess fuel. There's something so satisfying about how the belts look. I really like it. How's Novice doing? I forgot that Gleba, I requested the better speed modules. Do I have speed 2s here at least? I need to go drop off better speed modules. You don't have speed 2s either? Alright. Apollo needs to get some speed modules. Maybe we'll have Firefly bring it around once Firefly's back. Firefly is like drifting right back into a kilo. Again, it's fine. I'm really surprised this survived. It's probably because we had an extra one, actually. What's a good way to get speed modules there? I bet you the Starfire is just sitting around doing nothing. It is. It has speed modules. I'm going to have it go out to Gleba. I'll have it drop off a bunch of speed modules. I Should be just fine. It's retrofitted for moving in the inner solar system. I know beforehand we weren't going to upgrade the Starfarer, but I'm glad we did. Sad damage, but again, I'm glad that we like made the trip. We have a boatload of red circuits, like a tremendous amount. We're backing up on red circuits. Fantastic. What do we do with red circuits? Let's process them down. I guess I'll just manually do a chunk of them for now, maybe. I guess the best bet anytime we do this is just like... There's got to be a better way that I can set up to do this. Like a more like finite way. Because for now I'm basically like... Okay, put these in here, and then there's just a box of like varied quality goods that exist. It'd be so nice to have like a sorting facility where everything ends up in a place. Then we destroy the excess. I really wish I made Fulgora like that the first way. Next time I play through from scratch, I'm making Fulgora so heavy on quality. Right, should I grab that uranium place? Have we done good on this? There's so much I'm bouncing between now. We're almost at 5, that's not terrible. But I do think we want to grab that other thing. We got to set up 2 different rail systems. I've been kind of putting it off because they're a bit of a pain. Let us grab Spidertrons. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are our nests dying? Because you're not getting enough cargo. Okay, just relax. You've gone mad with power. You literally sat up here for like probably half an hour. I'm gonna just remove your stack inserter request from being so high. I'm gonna just make it 250, I guess. I assume we're not making a bunch of stack inserters on Gleba right now. I don't know why. I just typed the Gleba in to see if Gleba was on Gleba, and let me tell you, Gleba is in fact on Gleba. It was just never a possible thing to fulfill. This box is full. Why wasn't it fulfilling it? Because it couldn't shoot rockets? Weird. The iron's looking a lot healthier now, at least. I bet you Gleba was wasting a lot just firing useless rockets up to the Apollo. Cool. That should rectify the Apollo's or Novice's issue that popped up. Are you requesting fewer than 500 stack inserters? Yeah, I'm requesting 0 or 250. I thought it was 0. I don't know why I had it on 500 before. I must have meant to adjust that. Good call out. I'm glad that I arbitrarily adjusted it to 250 because that was the right solution to that problem that I had created. It's very fortunate that that pans out like that on occasion. Okay, let's think. So the best bet of getting more legendary processing units, I have to imagine, is use filter, processing units. We want the rare ones specifically. Rare ones go into here. I know I'm setting this up in kind of a tight spot. Output priority left, we'll make that purple. Then purple stuff can go into a box. I wish there's a way to tell it. Oh, no, actually, I totally can do that. Kind of. Eh? It's a miracle that these trees haven't burned down yet, actually. Oh, never mind. I was like, oh my god, there's so much greenery on the trees, and it's cut to all the burned trees right next to it. God's strongest spitter. I wish I could have it look at multiple things at once, because like if I have hold all belts and then this looks and I go, okay, only activate when the amount of rare green thingies exceeds, or is I guess less than 50. So that like makes sense as something that can function in theory. The issue falls into... Why are you not going? Yeah, okay, cool, there we go. The issue falls into, I guess, not enough stuff coming out. Quality makes no sense. I don't know how people do it. I take it all back. Most confusing experience in my life. There's got to be a way to make this work. It's probably better or easier to just do like a line of them instead of just having one machine, but it would be so convenient to have one machine function. Almost certainly more convenient to do multiple machines though. Perhaps I should set this up down here, like a proper design for this. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Better than like whatever the heck I've been doing. I've been being very lazy with the quality right now. I just didn't want to think about it. Okay, so going to filter, and we want blue quality, I guess purple quality or less. Whoops, so equal to or less than purple quality. Whoops. Maybe not my finest hour in placement. I am about to go Spidertron those fools. Did this actually get saved? It did. Okay. What was I gonna have the Spidertrons do? Right, I was gonna have them go clear out an area. Maybe we should do a research for whatever that gets called, more artillery range again, because I feel like they're getting too close to our pollution cloud. Okay, I'm gonna put them over there so we can start setting that up in the meantime. So these will go out here, set up some power for them. They have quality modules, perfect. Okay, so these are going to hopefully turn into higher quality. Boom, there's a purple. The ones that are not purple, what do we do with them? Or I guess the ones that are different quality. We want to set up a splitter right here-ish. Splitter, we'll do output priority left, and we'll do greater than green. I think that's a good way to do it. Greater than green. Boom. Whoops. Greater than green. So now if it's greater than green, it goes through there. Oh, you know what? That was breaking because it was spitting out different stuff too. So things that are not greater than green can come through here. Then I can set them through again to be either green circuits or red circuits. Hopefully this works with any quality. I imagine it will. I guess this was probably the best way to do it. So the green circuits of any quality go through here. I should just put this back one more. And then we can have those breakdowns separately. Or I guess we can craft them back up into things that get processed. That's probably a better idea with the lowest quality ones. Because then we can have one more step of... Oh, wait, we can have one more step of quality. Wait. Is this genius? We need sulfuric acid. What's sulfuric acid from? Sulfur, iron plate, and water. It's kind of a pain. Craft them back into blues. Sulfuric acid, sulfur. I mean, no, sulfur is not bad, right? Do we have sulfuric acid being made over there? Have we made sulfuric acid on this planet? Surely we have. Really? Okay, I'm complaining and we literally have like infinite iron being dumped into a death facility over here, so I don't know why I'm whining. Let's make sulfuric acid and stop complaining about it for 2 seconds. Sulfur is water and petroleum gas? Can we get petroleum gas? From heavy oil. Okay. Right, because we can crack 2 levels down. Okay. And we have ice for water. It's kind of a pain in the butt to make here, actually. But it's not that bad. Assuming I'm not overthinking it. I might also be overthinking it. It's totally possible and not completely out of character for me. I don't know why I picked this spot. This spot is miserable. Let me just do it down here. We'll pipe this stuff down here. Is there like a good Oh, it's not in my hand, so I can't see it. Was a ghost. There we go. You know, let's do it down here. Boom. So, fluid comes out. What do we need to do with this fluid? Good question. We need to crack it twice, and we need water to crack it the second time. I thought I shot down... Oh, you know what? I shot down the better quality modules or speed modules for Gleba, didn't I? Did I forget to shoot them down? Please tell me the Starfire shot them down. It did. It returned home on its own and everything. Really surprised it had the juice to do that automatically. I really should have kept it better in it. Hey, it looks like Firefly has successfully arrived back at Aquilo. It's going to take a stop there, and then we will fly it back so we can get it fully repaired with better stuff. How are we doing on rockets? Do we have enough to make a trip? 1.1k? We have plenty to make a trip. We're going to send over to Fulgora. Hopefully there will be no issue there. The first few seconds are the scariest, especially now that we're down a few turrets. This is so much more chill. We should be just fine. Cool. So now our speed's going to level out. We're going to make it just fine. So Firefly has made it successfully back to Fulgora. Hooray for that. Right. I was processing this. We needed the sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is going to be the sulfur to start. That's what I was doing, and I'm not getting distracted. I promise, because I would never do that to you. I'm always completely on focus, 100% locked in. Wouldn't dream of getting distracted from what I was doing. Feeling like a plateau edge right now, to be honest with you. Alright, crack that. That needs water. So step one, we need water. To get water, we can melt ice in this thingy. Ice melting. Boom. We have so much ice. We have an abundance of ice. Currently, all the ice is going straight into nothingness, though. Where's the ice? All the way up there. So we will do a splitter and drag it down, I guess. Looks like one of the better places to drag it down is here. Not a lot of things to deal with. It's like we have a little happy main bus. I dig that. So let's grab the ice right here. That doesn't work, so we'll have to be careful. I think it'll be easier if I just make the belt a little spicy. One more back. There we go. That way I can do this. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just going to load on one side instead. But look. What the heck's going on here? There we go. Boom. Behold, ice. Send the ice down here. I accidentally stole some steel. That's no big deal. Cool. So the ice makes it down here. Boom. Ice goes in here. Tremendous. Any extra ice will just be dead on arrival, so we don't have to worry about it at all. Don't even think we need that much water. I don't really know how much this is going to take for the whole process. I don't think we need that much sulfuric acid down the line regardless. So we don't want to connect it in here because we're going to need it for two different things. So let us do it like this. One more actually. Grab some PPAs. Boom. Water get. Plug in this. Probably like one more up actually. Crack that down one more step into petroleum gas. Petroleum gas goes like this. Water. This is also the wrong direction, but that's okay. Boom. Petroleum gas. Probably not enough to like sustain too much. We're making a little bit of it. We don't need a crazy amount anyways. We're just using it for this one small thing right now. We have petroleum gas from nothing. We can easily copy this if we need more. I think that this is going to be plenty of water, though. It's looking like the water is sufficient. It's just a speed thing. So, we now need water and petroleum gas, so I guess we'll double up one more time. You really need water for everything. You don't think about how much you need water until you need water, and then suddenly you're like, dang, it's a lot of water. Let us make one more of those not cryogenic plants, chemical plants. The name was escaping me for more than a hot second. What? Did I not drop speed modules to Gleba? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Did it need a bunch anywhere else? Oh, you know what? Volcanus probably dropped it on a novice, actually. It didn't successfully drop it, but I thought I queued it up to drop. The Starfarer, I mean. Weird. Oh, you know what? They're probably struggling to put ships in the air on Volcanus. Because some idiot let us run out of coal. Yeah, a little bit. 2 LDS per hour is not exactly what you like to see. I forgot that we have all this holmium down here. That sure is a problem for future Miko to deal with, especially after building it right here. It won't be that bad. I'll have to move it a little bit, though. I could also move this, but I'm kind of committed to this now. Okay, so sulfur is petroleum gas and water. Made another chemical plant. We'll put the chemical plant down here. I'll just do the same thing here. What was the distance? It was 2 of these. It looked like boom. Copy that. Copy that. Put one of those down. Boom. I accidentally changed this into what I did not want it to be. I thought I dropped them on the Gleba too, but Gleba is not saying it has them. I think. Although I can't, like, remove the request for this either. I guess because I requested it to be speed 3s. I'm going to make a request for speed 3s from Novice. I'm willing to bet there's some we can yoink off Novice on the Apollo. Okay, so we have sulfur. Nope, because this pipe is broken. I needed to fix that, and I realized that I did. Perfect. So sulfur exists now. Sulfuric acid, is that just sulfur? Iron plate and water. Everything needs water. I was so wrong to think that I was, like, done with water, even, like, a little bit. That was a super big blunder on my part, and I'm embarrassed to say that it happened to me. Surely sulfuric acid is another chemical plant thing. I don't think I've ever done this process in one straight line before. I guess there's no reason to, because you're not really doing it, like, with heavy oil that you pull out of the ground. Okay, nope. Sulfuric acid. Now, the nice thing is that we really, 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 really don't need this to be quality. We super don't need it to be quality. I think what I'm going to do is probably nab the iron from these batteries. Clearly, this was like a real, like, overextension of how much we needed here. I'm going to nab one more of these. Could probably make it a little bit cleaner, but that's okay. Remove the filter on it, and then we're going to drag the iron down here. This way, any excess iron will get destroyed, but we can at least get some out of it. Well, you can crack that battery open and get the acid out. There's an idea. For some reason, when you started, like, when I was starting to read that, I was like, why? Could you, like, drink it? Is that, like, something you can do to speed up your character, like, eating jelly nut? But this is also my PSA to say, please don't try to drink anything battery related. It's not a good plan. Alright, sulfuric acid done. Crack open a cold one, parentheses, battery. No. Miko Stream does not condone drinking battery acid. Please don't do that. Smooches. Appreciate you. What if we had quality water, though? How would that go? I mean, quality water is not a thing. I'm obviously being a little bit dumb. I wish we had speed modules. Not that we need sulfuric acid that bad. How much sulfuric acid is to one of these? 5? Oh, we're already, like, golden. Great. Perfect. So now I'm going to plug in this machine here. So that the these thingies will go into quality here. Then bada bing, bada boom, and we can reuse the sulfuric acid later. EM plant for blue chip. This is why you make the big bucks, honestly. Very clever. Oh, I should have been doing that for everything we can. I wonder if there's other things I messed up that I could have done. Can you make batteries and EM plants? Or engines, excuse me? No, perfect. That makes me feel a little bit better. That would have been kind of ultra cringe if that was the case. Okay. Let's grab some EM plants to get the best we can. Can't believe with how easy the radars were, I was like, this is going to be like gravy, and then we'll start on our fish. It was not easy. Turns out the exoskeletons are where it really shows the cracks in your designs. Okay. So I need to change this so that it's trying to make uncommon ones. No, I don't want it to make anything. That's the secret, because we got the EM plant, which we want to make uncommon, and then we dump in a metric butt ton of these modules into it. Then we can start having fun with it. I was like glazing EM plants and how much I love them too. This is the wrong recipe. I don't know if you were aware, but I figured I would elucidate you as to why it wasn't working. It was because it was the wrong recipe. Which obviously I knew it was the wrong recipe. That was just me doing a demonstration for what it would look like if it had the wrong recipe in it. For anyone that was curious about what it looked like if you had the wrong recipe in it. Okay. So this takes the uncommon ones, spits them out. If they're blue, fantastic, they will go to the next step. If they are not blue, they go back through the meat grinder. So let us set that up as we must. We'll put it like here. Then we'll have it like this, and then we'll have an output priority left, and we'll make that to be where are they? Uncommon one. Boom. Uncommon goes there. Not uncommon goes through here. Great. So now if it's rare or epic, it goes here. And I guess we'll just do the exact same thing and just craft them upwards. This seems like a pretty solid solution. Wait, why am I separating the blue circuits? I really just want to separate it if it's like legendary, I guess. There's no real reason to do it unless it's legendary, actually. This was dumb. I mean, it's not that dumb, but if it's legendary, I obviously want it to spit out on its own. But the rest of them can all be processed here. It shouldn't really matter. Okay, so we will have this come down here. And then we'll just do basically this twice more. Actually, we only need one of them, right? Filter, and then we'll make it one of them is blue. I guess technically we could use two filters because in theory there could be legendary things coming through here, so we don't really want to be too haphazard with it. So we will do it like this. Whoops, or we won't because that was a rough misclick. We'll have legendary go equal to down here. Man, quality is so neat. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. Like, it ain't perfect yet, but we're getting there. Did I really only grab one electromagnetic plant? I mean, I know I did, and I know it was the rare one, but like, you really thought I would have thought ahead. Wonder with all the quality and stuff when you kind of like hit a break point for like good stuff. We need more of this. I want more of this. Did we stop doing that? We probably ran out of science for that at one point. I want more of this. But like with all the productivity making the blue chips, I wonder if we end up like almost net with the stuff. Surely it's not possible to be like net. You can't make infinite resources or anything. But maybe you can get kind of close at one point with enough research. Or maybe you can just do it. That would be an interesting thought too. Okay, so we don't have any more rare ones, but we do have uncommon ones. And we'll change it so that the recipe is, I clicked the wrong button. This will be an epic one. I mean a rare one. This will be an epic one. T, I appreciate the sip you redeem. I haven't been drinking enough water today. I'll probably feel it in my throat in a little bit. But I will hydrate for you, and I hope that you also opt to consider some hydration on this blessed day of the week that it is. And it certainly is a day of the week. No one can take that from us. What time is it? Holy guacamole. That's what I get for starting stream late, huh? Cool. So I'm going to change the design up a little bit so that we have some symmetry here. So now, I really like these quality designs. I don't know if they're super optimal, but I really love just trying to figure one out that like works. And when it actually like looks okay, gosh, the dopamine is just like so free of charge. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it's not free of charge. It's like $40 or whatever Factorio is, but it may as well be free of charge. Worth every penny, you know? All right, so boom. Boom, and then boom. And with how this is set up, the legendary ones should just go spit out here. Everything else should go through there. You're not working simply because I wasn't the most careful with these. Okay, there's a flaw to you. That's good to know. You'll get chopped up on one of these. How do we fix that? It's a good question. I guess I could buffer box them. That seems like a temporary solution. It might not be as likely in actuality to happen. Let me do this for now, and then I'm going to change it so that it just filters for any quality of red circuits on the outside, maybe? I don't think it'll happen as much in the other ones, but it still might. Actually, I think I know a slightly more eloquent solution, or at least like simple solution that'll probably solve at least a chunk of it. It might not solve the whole thing, but I think having two inserters like this might be enough to kind of fix it. Maybe not, maybe not. I could also, in theory, just have it like sushi belt itself, but surely that's not a proper solution. On the other hand, maybe it's just fine. Who knows? My thought was if we have more insert spots, then it'll kind of regulate itself. We really don't need them on the other ones. It kind of works in a weird way. I dig it. I wish you could opt to tell these inserters to prioritize like higher quality. I think it's about to break. I can't believe that it keeps working. This is truly like a mystery of science. I mean, in theory, it should put out the proper ratios to keep this machine running. I know I put in my own manual stuff, so it's taking a little while to catch up. It just works. Kind of, except for this one's probably about to break. No, it just kind of works. I mean, I guess it makes sense if the ratios are proper. Cool, whatever. If it's going to keep working, it's going to keep working. It doesn't feel like it should. Okay, looks like we made it safely to Fulgora. So we can replenish those lost soldiers, those turrets. We lost two epic turrets too? We lost the one, okay. Not going to worry about replacing the turrets too much right now, because it can easily travel within the solar system without any trouble. How are we doing on our iron? Let's quickly peek Novice 2. I keep playing with the idea of taking this uranium, and I think we really need to. Just for the sake of brevity, because if not, it's going to take such a profoundly long time to finish this. I'm really just concerned about going dry on the 235. Dry on the 235 could add like genuinely tens of hours. Maybe not tens of hours with our setup. The more that we do, the less likely those tens of hours are going to manifest in such a unfortunate way. So if we can avoid it, I would like to. Oh yeah, you can get your modules too, right? Good point. I wanted to get modules for the ship, and I can use the ship to actually go do Gleba's modules. How far away is Volcanus? Volcanus and Fulgora don't have a line, right? Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I probably should have replaced your turrets while you were here, actually. I'm gonna assume it'll be fine anyways, but I probably should have done that. That would have been smart. We still have a good amount of turrets, but just having a few missing turrets is dumb. I'm sorry? We have a boatload of normal turrets sitting around? I mean, great. Cool. That works. Okay, Legendary Spidertron. This finally broke. It was inevitable. Why did it break? Because this is not input priorityable. So this just eventually overtook itself. I really like quality, but it's such a pain. I wonder if it's better to keep those purple ones. Nah, it's probably better to break them down. This feels like such a good idea in theory, but in practice it just doesn't have enough to it. Oh, there's some legendary ones coming through there. Hold on. Dopamine received. Maybe a buffer box would fix it. I think a lot of it would result in it basically fixing itself just if I didn't have so much backed up. Definitely happy to see some legendary going through already, though. Oh, look at our productivity. Everyone is too. See, that's dopamine received. What's the best way to buffer box this? I guess I can just stick one in here. Everyone is two. Buy one, get literally one more. We can't even make it up. Oh, you know what could also potentially help would be stack inserter in this. Do I have stack inserters? I do. This will compress the belt dramatically harder. It will keep it all on one side, admittedly. But I think that might be a positive thing overall. This is actually kind of genius. This stuff will be on the other side of the belt, too. Okay, maybe it's not the most genius thing ever, because I realize now that it has to, like, still stack itself in. But it feels smart. Butt puck's right next to be able to pull out. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I was making this a lot more complex than I needed to. But that's like kind of my thing, you know? If it's not complex, we really live in. Answer? Yup. Secondary answer? Yup. Alright, boom. Buffer box get. Let's just dump our green excess into this. Coal beans. Do I have any blue ones to shove in here? I doth, so I shall. Purples, boom, boom. Legendaries, literally none. Okay, can probably plug this back in. I imagine. This is probably better. I don't know. Okay, so now these are being crushed. The fact that it pulled a legendary out is fine. We don't need a crazy amount of them anyways for what we want. But oh, the dopamine. I think we're getting close to making our first of the exoskeletons, the 4 that we need. It's a lot of small things adding up. Cool, there's the first one. Unfortunately, no productivity, so we'll have to do these all the way top to bottom. Processing literally no uranium. All right, let's set up that other mine. I'm bouncing between things. It's also like really late, so I don't think I should stream too much longer. I didn't realize it was so profoundly late, but it is really late. Let me set up this, I guess let me have the bots go clear the area. I assume that it's dangerous over there. I think what I want to do is make like an army of like, I don't know, maybe like 20 or so Spidertrons. Fill them up with ammo. Okay. At least one of these Spidertrons. Oh, I love whatever move you're doing. Whatever this is here, trying to avoid standing on something is great. This Spidertron had capture botnets on it, so we've successfully captured something. That was probably when I was fixing stuff. So that's funny. Whoops. Let's not do that going forward. Can I manually tell you to attack this? Nope, but I can certainly ping Biter Egg. Why do I hear like a worm? Holy moly. See you never. God, Spidertrons are so cool. Whoever invented Spidertrons, keep up the good work. Very annoying that they expanded out that way, though. Okay, I'd like to cut off a choke point, like, right here, if we can. Although, on the other hand, there's a big iron mine there, so maybe that could be worth grabbing. There shouldn't be anything in these walls. I'm a little bit concerned about the Spidertrons taking on a nest like this size. This being said, they don't have to do it alone, thankfully. I will soften up the nests first, as such. I think we have enough rockets to supply what I'm asking it to do. Yeah. I would say so. Unfortunately, our damage is a little bit shy to be able to wipe these out on their own go, but wow. The fireworks show is just in time. I really want to get rid of these gnarly nests. I am a little concerned about a bunch of spitters being able to cause some real damage to us. I'm gonna micro them a little bit. Because look how slow we get. Reminds me of a queen in StarCraft Brood War. You get them... actually, we're queens in Brood War. Maybe I'm thinking StarCraft too. But if you get them like off the creep, they're just so slow. No, they're definitely in Brood War. Right? I don't know. I haven't played StarCraft in so many years. It's all blended together. StarCraft 2's co-op commander mode. I know that this is a little bit late to be glazing this since StarCraft 2 is like old news now by like 10 years. Man, that mode was fun though. I really liked it. Good times playing that. Are we like out of rockets? No, we still have some. I don't recall Queen, so maybe not Brood War. Okay, it must have been StarCraft 2. I'll accept it. I'll accept that my memory could be wrong. Just this once. I kind of wish it like peninsulaed out somewhere. Because like being able to take these, like look at all these mines. They're super dense, they look like, and they're really close to each other. This would be so nice to be able to take these two. I don't know if we need them this second, but man, it would be so nice if there's just like a dead end. Does the Factorio world end? Now that I'm thinking about it, I know I've seen a Doshington video in my feed about the edge of Factorio, but I don't remember if there was a conclusion. 8.1 mil, 10 mil, 7.6 mil, 15 mil. But the choke point here is so nice. On the other hand, Wow, we can choke off right here and get the copper there, or the iron there, and coal. I think I want to choke off here. That feels good. It's like Minecraft has an end. Technically, you have to try really hard to get there. Yeah, I think it's probably above my search grade currently, but it is interesting to think about. I didn't even know Minecraft had it, to be honest. I thought Minecraft kind of went on forever. Although I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Okay, you request speed module 3s. Request 200 of them from Volcanus. You've got 1,400? Great, perfect. I want speed modules for the ship itself anyways. Because clearly we had a huge excess of like actual materials and stuff coming in. Okay. What are we missing down here? Oh, you're missing quality module. Whoops. I guess I copy the design of the other one. You broke because I didn't set up your wiring. Can I not? Is it because your hand is already... Yeah, it is. There we go. So we will read belts, hold, set filter. There we go. Forgot to do that ahead of time, so it broke. Okay, accidentally broke these as well. We do not want these to be legendary. Want them to be rare and uncommon, or epic, excuse me, respectively. We're having a tough time with these today. Thankfully, the sulfuric acid is really just one and done. Cool. So either way, we will now be making some legendary ones. I meant to do input priority on this on the right. I did not before. Actually, I just never connected this ever, so, you know, never mind. I would like to drain these boxes eventually of their uncommon materials. No red ones got through. All right, we should just do this exact same design, basically. I knew you were going to do that. Really clever design, though. I quite like it. Appreciate the suggestion, because it works wonderfully, I would say. That way the machine will run and it'll just make things as necessary. It's possible to back up, but the speed it'll back up will be slow enough where I don't think it'll be a big problem right now. It's unlikely that it will. Assuming that it breaks down at the same ratio that it creates at. This belt is superfluous now, so we can get rid of it. We drag this out. The uncommon ones go this way. The rare and better ones go this way. Perfect. Should speed it up a little bit. The nice thing about this too is if we have a bunch of legendary ones, we could just break the legendary ones back down into, you know, the red and green ones that we might need. We did get our first exoskeleton of 4 that were required. Epic items look so good. I agree wholeheartedly. Our first legendary exoskeleton. We need some legendary electronic circuits and engine units. The engine units should be pretty easy. Just the circuits we're going to be contending with for the time being. We need to save some iron plates as well for novice, but not many of them. The nice thing about using legendary materials, whoa, I got too excited. Is that you can put productivity modules into them. But I got excited, so I didn't get a chance to do it. Make it legendary. There we go. Because now we get a bunch more out of it. Cool. Slowly but surely, we're making progress. It does feel, admittedly, like baby steps at times. Yeah, that's okay. We're honestly like almost, I was gonna say we're almost done with the engine units, but we need like 10 for each of these or whatever, so we need quite a few of them. Is it 10 engine units? There's no way it's 10, right? It's 30. I thought it was 10. All right, so it's still going to be quite a bit. Thankfully, again, we're using productivity all the way, so it'll last a little bit longer. So, you know, making 10 of these will manifest as like 30 of these, effectively. 10 in total, I mean, not counting the quality. Because that's how math works, baby. How are we doing on red circuits? We've broken down a good chunk of them. It looks like we got a few legendary red circuits, but not maybe many of them. We do have some in here. Thankfully, we can break down legendary red circuits straight into green circuits. So I will do that really quickly. We need some green circuits for this process here. Am I regretting arbitrarily saying I wanted a legendary Spidertron? Nope. It is just bonus. I do want to figure out what I'm going to do afterwards, though. Like, should I continue playing this playthrough? Like, we've reached the solar system's end in this stream. I didn't really expect to, but it panned out anyways. Do I want to continue this playthrough where I focus on trying to get Prometheum science? Do I continue one of my modded solo playthroughs I've been playing? Do I start a new mod from scratch? Do we do something like C-Block? That could be fun. I don't know. A lot to think about. Something I do plan on doing pretty in the distant, or I guess near future on my stream, is that I plan to do playing through Final Fantasy games. For a very long time, I've wanted to do a marathon of playing through Final Fantasy games on my stream, particularly like the older ones and stuff, because I always thought they were super neat, and I haven't played a lot of them. But I plan to do that finally after putting it off for a long time. So I think that'll be fun too. We got a lot of stuff to do. Always fun to be had, I suppose. I should probably use better quality modules down there. The middle distant future, I'd love an FF playthrough. It'll be fun. My plan is to try to play through as many of the games as I can, starting with like 1. Maybe I'll bounce around after 1 and do other ones, but I certainly want to do older Final Fantasies, because, you know, that's like my jam. I really like stuff like that. I know it's like Boomer Co. I hear you, but like, look. I was put on this planet to boom, and that's what I'm going to do. There are totally chests in my inventory. There's actually not any. I mean, there's like the other ones, but I wanted to pass through provider. I'm gonna start crunching some of the epic steel plates we have. In hopes that some spit out as legendary. There's a pretty good chance of it coming out as legendary. 1 in 10 it looks like. Slowly but surely. I do need to go visit Gleba at some point. Did you get the thingies for Gleba? You did. So we're gonna send you to Gleba yourself now. Gleba. Passenger present. Go. Thinking some mighty speed modules in here is probably a good idea, but I am a little bit concerned again. It will stress the bioflux, but we can always improve stuff. It's so weird. Every time I look, it's either like completely backed up on the Yumako, or there's like not enough Yumako. There's really no in between where everything's just vibing. 1.5 million products finished. This biochamber, that's the backbone of the factory. People think it's the nutrients or the bioflux. It's not. It's just a single Yumako maker. I was really hoping to see 2. See, like, the issue is, like, even if we make this epic rocket turret, if we make this and we break it down, there's, like, a low chance it'll even be epic. And something's got to give for this rocket turret. I don't know what I can do. I guess what I can do once I finish the stuff on Fulgora. Okay, there's no way that you're supposed to actually do carbon fiber with Yumako, because you can't get legendary Yumako. Because you can't put quality in the thing. I guess you could theoretically recycle Yumako into legendary, but it would just take a tremendous amount. That could be a huge mess. The carbon fiber. So here's what I'm thinking. I might try to upcycle carbon fiber itself. And scale up our production of it. Because everything else I can ship in pretty easy. I think we could bring in all of this stuff from Novice, except for this carbon fiber. I think the carbon fiber is the real headache. So if I can just eke that out, but I don't know if we can really manage it or not. It's a lot of carbon fiber. I keep bouncing between like wanting to set up the Novice stuff. I need to go ahead and start dinner. I'm getting so distracted by everything. All right, next time, is there anything else you could craft out of the carbon fiber to get an extra quality step? That's an interesting idea. Why can't I command you anymore? Oops, because I deselected you, I see. Next time I want to try to take at least this peninsula here. That's going to be the plan. Let me go check carbon fiber. What does carbon fiber make besides the turrets? Is there anything else? Stack inserters. Quantum processors would be interesting. Honestly, I should have been making quality stack inserters. That would have probably been my best bet. Although the quantum processor route is very interesting. It's inconvenient and you have to ship it a long area, but we could take quantum processors and turn them into something else as well. Like, for example, I never made that, the portable fusion reactor, but let's say if we get a legendary portable fusion reactor and then break it down, look at all that legendary stuff we get out of it probably. Look, it's 62 to 63 quantum processors. And 25 carbon fiber. Wait, does it take carbon fiber on its own too? Oh, it does, I see. I think that might be a little bit, I think the word is extra. Stupid biters. But yes, I'm going to go do stuff. I know I streamed late today. I'm very, very sorry that I started so late. But I would like to start doing that. So for the future, we'll work on the Spidertron. We did successfully reach the end screen, which is cool. I don't know if I'm going to go for Promethean Science or if I'm going to do another playthrough or what. I would like to start intermixing playing through Final Fantasy, though. Starting with Final Fantasy 1. So maybe we'll do that this week. Again, with the other big thing for the stream that I commissioned a while ago that's finally manifesting. So that'll be fun. Either way, look forward to it. I love having you all around. It's been so much fun. I know the stream was short and I was kind of bouncing around, but, you know, that's just how life goes sometimes. Let us save up our stream. Galaxy of Fame. Oh, does that let us re-upload our thing? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that was like a thing that existed. I love that. Cool. All right. Thanks for hanging around, though. We'll see you probably tomorrow. Almost certainly tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. But thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.